I'm the leader, the Iron Man. The night's done, you know who I am. Blades find their mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age, never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll even the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to brawl. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Together we stand proud, proud, proud. Sleek and shiny, the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender, no scratches on this cat. No sleek and slender, no attitude like men. I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind never slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Smooth as silk, not full of hot air. I've got the skills, air genesi, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers. Got the moves like Jagger, I ain't no slacker. Objects move when I'm around, an army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test cat, withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire like soon in a church, in the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong, I'm the body shield. They call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
Okay, hello Streamland. Oops, I need to fix myself. There we go. Hello Streamland. We're gonna just dive right in. I don't know if anybody's actually in chat. If you are, welcome in. I'm gonna jump over to our heroes here. Okay, hello.
Hello.
All right. So first of all, happy Father's Day to the dads in the party here, and I love the irony of what Xavier pointed out today that you're saving the daddy dragon on Father's Day. It could not have.
That is ironic.
Yeah, it could not have shaken out better.
That was very perfect.
So recap for last week. Well, first it's March 4th, and I had it about 3:45 p.m. because a lot of last week was combat. So March 4th at 3:45 p.m. Everyone received 675 experience for last week's mimic encounter. So 675. And a quick recap. So last week you guys decided to explore the last door that had not yet been explored. And poor Marcus went in and started trying to look through the barrels and realized that they were actually mimics. So as you guys determined that, Marcus tried to do, I'm sorry, what did you call it?
Fatal funnel.
Fatal funnel. The fatal funnel. Unfortunately, Bonkin and Kira didn't quite get that memo. So Kira ran into...
No, they got the fucking memo. They chose not to listen to the memo.
Yeah, they didn't understand the memo is more what I meant. It was definitely distributed. So Kira and Bonkin went into the room, and Marcus decided that it was lesson time and locked them in with the goblin key, much to Tempest's surprise, dismay, anxiety, all of the above. But you guys managed to get through that. I believe there were 5 in that room. After that, you decided to make your way back to the portal that had previously been blocked by a glyph of some kind, which the glyph was now gone. So I believe Marcus was the first one to kind of jump through that, and when you did, you found yourselves here. Initially, the dragon was trapped in the middle with the beams of power, keeping him in place, clearly binding him. You guys figured out that you can destroy the generators of the power and have been working on that. Are there any questions or clarifications required? All right. Then we shall jump back in at the top with Marcus.
All right, so Marcus lands up on this thing. Now, was this one damaged, or was this one... I don't remember if I hit it last round.
You did.
I flew.
Yep.
I did?
Somebody did. Someone hit it, but that might have been the one Bonkin
I
did.
hit it last time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so when I finally come to rest up here, I'm just going to kind of glance around and shrug my shoulders. Ain't much I can fucking do if this thing isn't going to pay attention to me. So I am going to begin swinging on this machine. Trying to target the same spot that I did on the other one.
Okay.
That's a 26.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Bear with me, I have a lot of things to roll
Okay.
here. There's that. I'll pump a psionic strike into it. So that is 34 points of magical bludgeoning force.
Okay.
Second attack. Not great, 11.
11 will hit though.
Oh, okay. Now I figured it's not moving. Okay, so that is another 13.
Okay.
Plus, hang on though, I've got my enlarged damage.
This thing is smoking and sparking, Marcus.
Perfect. That's another 2 points.
Okay.
Third attack in the attack action. 19.
Yep.
That's another 16 plus 2 is 18. Another 18 points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
Okay, yeah, this thing is starting to fall to pieces.
Okay, and then I guess I'll use my offhand attack for my bonus action and attack one more time.
Okay.
That's a 23.
Yep.
That's 12 plus 3 is another 15 points of magical bludgeoning
All
psychic.
right. Yeah, this thing, like I said, it's smoking. Pieces are just falling off of it at this point. It's barely even emitting energy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's my turn.
Okay.
And my turn.
Tempest.
All right, I'm gonna try something that's probably not gonna work, but it might be fun. So I think it just have range from where I'm at, right? see. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to. Oh, my screen's going. I'm going to break out the saxophone, play a jaunty little tune, and the dragon could please give me a wisdom saving throw. The number to beat is 15.
Yeah, what are you casting?
I'm trying to cast polymorph on the big boy.
Oh lord.
I know it's probably not even remotely gonna work, but I just want to try this. I want it to work eventually.
Don't you ever
I know.
doubt yourself.
I know.
Shit.
I know. I know.
What was the DC?
15 wisdom.
Okay, so you are concentrating on the spell and you feel it start to take hold, and then it is going to use a legendary resistance. And it kind of like shakes it off.
I still had one of those left. Damn. Okay, yeah, good. All right. But hey, I mean, he has to use those. All right. So that was, what was that? I think I'm pretty sure that's an action to do. So I'm going to. All right, I'm going to summon a. Oh, actually, no, that's an action. Some of the tentacles, I believe. Right? Damn, I can never remember. Oh no, it is a bonus action to summon it. All right, I'm going to summon the bonus tentacles right next to Kira.
Great.
Bloop.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna grab it from another map because the library doesn't want to work. 1 second. There you are.
There's my vitamin boy. All right, and then I'm just gonna side scoot to make sure I'm not in any kind of cone with bonk in there.
Okay.
Just there, and I'm still 20 feet up in the air. Okay, so Kira is unconscious again, right? Was that?
No,
Oh,
she's
no, back. Oh, she was with the potion brought back up. That's what it was. Okay, that's gonna be it for me for now.
all right. His turn. Marcus, as you smash into this thing, you can see he's clearly like fighting against the he's clearly fighting against the bindings. He turns
This bitch wants to fight.
he turns toward you.
The fuck? He's got so much easy targets right there. What a motherfucker. Alright, listen, Dragon.
Okay, 1 second.
It's Father's Day. But it don't mean I won't hem your ass up before I send you back to your son.
I just realized it is a Bonkin's Father's Day too.
Technically Marcus's as well, but he left Scylla.
Yeah, true, Cassill, yeah.
We just call it Daddy's Day.
Does Zoopal count as a child? Can I mess my Tempest too?
Nope. We do not want to go anywhere near Tempest and dad or daddy jokes. No.
Nah, you don't want to go there. Call me daddy.
All right, so he moves here, and Bonkin, you oops, that moves with him. Bonkin, you see, he starts to take a big breath. Marcus, obviously, you would see it as well. You guys need to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Fucking easy. I say as I roll a 3. Oh my god, I literally rolled a 3. Is
that
not fucking
crazy?
crazy?
Oh my God.
I
You did
literally
that to
rolled a
yourself.
3. Alright,
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
go ahead and burn my Indomitable,
Okay.
and I'm gonna re-roll that
Yep.
bitch.
Do it.
There we go, I'll take it to 22.
Had to one up me there, didn't you?
Okay. Okay, so you guys will only take. Okay, so instead of the 50 force damage you're going to take, it will be 25. 25 points of force damage. So you guys will feel as his breath, as he breathes toward you, Bonkin, you'd be able to recognize on his face as well. He clearly is doing this against his will. He takes a big deep breath, breathes out toward you, and you are hit by some weird kind of gold energy that it definitely feels like force. And then
Did this seem like this was its turn or something happening in between its turns?
seems like it's its turn.
Like in between turns.
Mhm.
Watching for like the super rapid movements that it's making and things that it's doing
Yeah.
instead of it taking the time to breathe out.
Yep.
If it gets a breath weapon in between, boy, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that would be that'd be really shitty. Okay, let's see, and then
Don't give her ideas.
yeah, that's going to be all that he's going to do at this point. Moving on. Bonkin.
All right. Bonkin turns to the dragon. He goes, I know you ain't trying to do this yourself, and I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. But if you can, try and fail. You're gonna feel a weird tingling sensation. Try and let it take you, I guess. And I'm gonna try and punch him.
Okay.
$17.
A 17.
Don't
Okay.
tell
I'm
me.
not saying
Don't tell me.
anything. I didn't. You don't know if I said does or doesn't.
Can I use Tempest's Bardic Inspiration?
Sure.
Hey,
I rolled a 1.
It's gonna be one of
18?
those nights, folks.
So an
At least
18.
you do add it, and this thing also makes a DC 15 con save or it gets pushed back. I'm sorry, I take thunder damage.
Yeah, he passes the con save.
Well, you get
I'm guessing an 18 does not hit either.
The 18 does not. The 18 does not hit.
All right, well, I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
I
You
think
said
as
the
he's
18
swinging
to
one
be
with
its AC does not? Is that what you said?
The 18 to hit it does not hit. Correct.
Okay, noted.
Yep.
I'd like to think that Bonkin's like hesitating because he doesn't actually want to punch the dragon. Does better.
That one hits for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna need him to make me a DC 14 con save. He also takes 11 damage.
Yeah, I got a nat 20 on the con save. 11 damage. Okay.
Okay, well, that's it for me then. Yeah, I tried to stun him obviously, but it didn't work.
Yeah. All right. Kira.
Step 1, I stand up because I don't remember if I did that last time,
Okay.
and that seems important. Step 2, I'm going to do a different weird from my weirds that I did last time. I'm gonna try doing a heat. Well, actually, a question: do I know, will heat metal damage metal as well?
So you know it won't damage metal directly. If
Okay.
somebody's wearing it or touching it, then yes.
Yep. Okay, I dislike all of this. Cool. She is going to use a bonus action to cast Branding Smite at a 2nd level. And then she's going to try and shoot this thing. And say, I'm sorry, but that really fucking hurt. And then we're gonna try for a little pew pew.
Great.
Shot number 1.
Yep. Are you shooting at the dragon? I'm making sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so I'm also going to have a couple different things that I'm rolling here, and I have to click between tabs, so bear with me.
Okay.
So, first, the base shot, then the branding smite, and apparently, so that's 2d6 is radiant, and now the dragon sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible. Not that I think that matters. And then my arcane jolt is on the 3rd tab, which is 2d6. Okay, that was a whole lot of very crappy rolls to do a total of 15 points of damage.
Okay.
With the first shot.
Okay.
Then the second shot will do nothing.
Yep,
Moving
that one
on.
doesn't hit. All right. Back to the top. Actually, at the end of your turn, it is going to. Let's see. Bonkin, it is going to claw at you. Yeah, it's gonna claw you.
Okay.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and that's going to be for. You're raging, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 19 points of slashing reduced to 9, and then 11 points of force damage as it hits you. And then to the top with Marcus.
Okay, Marcus kind of like looks as he takes the full force of that fucking breath. The pink mist starts to swirl around his busted pieces of armor. Still wounded, but not bad. And I'm gonna, I guess, use my fucking attack action. It's one trick pony, this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 21 points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
Okay, with that, Marcus, this thing busts down, breaks down, I should say. It busts into pieces and the energy stops emitting from it. One second, I'll remove that.
Okay, so it breaks like the other ones.
Yep.
Alright, so Marcus will turn. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to dash because I just wasted my fucking round with that first attack. As Marcus starts running, he's going to start just screaming, "Stop attacking the fucking dragon!" And then I will bonus action my self for a psi-powered leap. And I'm going to double that. Oops. And, so, oh shit, did I just do that wrong? Give me 1 second. I think I fucking measured wrong. It was right. Okay, so let's see. I've used my action, my bonus action to leap, and yeah, that's that.
All right.
When he ends his turn.
Okay. Tempest. And Marcus, just as a note, as you run up on it, it looks as though it's about to turn and try to hit you, and you can see his eyes flash to normal in that moment, and he sort of like locks eyes with you, and then he does not attack you, so you can see him fighting off the binding.
Oh, that's fine. Marcus, you don't know what he does because he's wearing a helmet, but it happens underneath, and it's pretty foul.
Got it.
So Tempest is just going to, yeah, he's just going to drop a cloud of daggers on the last generator over here. And level 3. So that's going to be 64 damage to it. Unless it's like resistant to slashing. God, I hope not. Like just, yeah, perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, is that okay where it's at?
Yeah, that's fine. I was almost gonna say like probably where like one of the larger like pipes go into it, but I guess
Either way, like
probably
we can put it
doesn't
right there if you
matter.
want.
That's fine. That's fine. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'm well within melee reach of this big boy.
Yeah.
If I were to, if I know. If
Well,
I
you're
were to
20.
move it.
You're 20 feet up though, right?
Oh yes, I am 20 feet up. So yeah, Tempest will just scoot backwards 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, actually, I'm gonna try to angle his way a little bit closer to Kira, actually. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Up this way. Sorry to give you a little.
It's okay. It's
Little
like playing
fake out there.
Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it.
Alrighty. His turn. Okay, he does not get his breath back. So instead, he's going to turn to you, Marcus. And
Disadvantage.
thank you. And same thing. You can see he's trying to fight it off. He takes a swing at you. It will hit you.
It is reduced by half.
Yeah, this is one attack. Hold on one second though, because I forgot to roll a disadvantage.
Yeah, my AC is only 19 right now, so.
Alright, yeah, so it will hit you, and then it's going to be.
Does he deal magical damage? Like, are his attacks magical, considered magical?
Hold on one sec. So part is and part is not. So you're gonna get. There'll be 21 points of slashing.
What kind of slashing?
Just
That's what I'm asking. Is it magical or
no, just that part is not. And then
Oh, okay.
and then there will be 9 points of force.
Force? Well, no, the force isn't magical. It's force. It's an elemental.
Right.
The only time the magical would come in either the bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing.
Right. Yeah. But it's not magic.
So, well, I'm asking because I have resistances.
Got it. Yeah.
So it's 21
Mhm.
minus 3.
Right. Yep.
And it is non-magical.
Correct.
So it's reduced by half then to 9. Got
Yep.
Is that
How much
along with?
force?
9 force.
Is that along with my reductions?
Doesn't matter. You can't double reduce.
Yeah.
I'm taking half of everything. You can't double reduce damage.
And then it's gonna try to hit you again.
Got it.
So it swings at you twice. It does miss on the last one. So it will hit you a second time. Okay, so 19 points of regular slashing can be reduced, and
So
then
19, 18, 17, 16 divided by 2
8.
is 8. Got it.
and then 14 points of force damage.
And I take all of that.
Yep.
Got it.
And you'll
It did actually fuck me up pretty bad. Just for your sake, I guess.
got it. Yeah, I see that. And he kind of like you see him blink, and he'll say, "I'm sorry, the last one," and that's all he can muster. Bonkin.
Right. Bonkin will hear Marcus's words, and I will hear my headset dying. Sorry. And I'll say, yeah, I wasn't trying to. I was trying to get him to stand still, but it's not working. So, here I go, and I'm gonna run the other way around so I don't get in Marcus' way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 over there. And I'm gonna try and punch the machine.
I was about to say, how are you going to do that? And then I realized.
15 feet of range. $70.
Yeah, that hits.
14 damage.
All right.
16.
That hits. Yep.
With 9 damage. And
Okay.
I will spend a key point, my last key point, to use Flurry of Blows to attack 2 more times.
Okay. Yep.
So this is normal damage, not force.
Okay.
Bludgeoning. 12 damage because rage.
Yeah, that'll work.
11 damage.
All right. So this
That'll be the end of my turn.
you start punching dents into the metal on the top of this thing. It's still getting energy to it, but it's definitely starting to look a little rough. Kira.
How does the party look? Last minus Marcus, because I know he'll pink mist himself a little bit better.
Everybody's looking a little rough. You and Bonkin are the worst. Tempest doesn't look the best. Marcus even looks kind of hurt.
Okay. Kira's going to just, after Marcus yells, just, fuck, sorry, fucking hurt. And she's going to pivot to try and shoot the machine.
Okay.
Apparently not well.
No, that hits.
Okay. I can hit the broadside of a barn. Cool. I'm going to do something a little bit weird again, though. I'm going to use my Arcane Jolt, not for extra damage, but to help heal the dragon a little bit, because I feel bad.
Okay.
So, restore 2d6 of health to him, which will be 6 points of healing.
Got it. Okay.
And then second shot, so 6 points of damage to the machine. What the fuck is with my rolls? Min damage again for 6.
Okay.
So,
This thing is-
that'll be my thing.
Okay. It's starting to you see some sparks emitting out of it at this point. At the end of your turn, at the end of your turn, it is going to hold on one second. Okay, so it starts to raise its claw up like it is going to attack Marcus.
Hurt me, daddy. I mean, oh shit, sorry, wrong game. It is daddy. I'll
Yeah.
leave it alone.
No, you got it right. No, you right.
It does hit you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and burn the reaction I've been saving.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw up a psi field around myself. Oh, minimum. That's okay. I'll take 5. I'll reduce my damage by 5.
Okay.
I will also throw up a shield for Marcus using my reaction.
Okay, go ahead.
Could I also use a reaction to use my tentacles?
Go right ahead.
2.
Oh
I
no,
rolled 2
please,
once.
God. Tentacles don't roll minimum. You're gonna make us all look like dicks.
You did roll max.
Oh, what the fuck? Alright, we get it. You got a big tentacle. Okay.
This is how it's done.
This is why he's called Tentacles.
All right, so you took you would have taken 17 points of normal slashing, so that would have been 7. So that gets completely omitted, and then there's 13 points of force.
So the reduction. Oh no, hold on though. The reduction comes off the top.
Right.
If it was 15, so then I would take 1 point because you can never reduce below 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was reducing first. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I got you. Yeah, so you would take 1 and then 13 points of force.
Got it. So 14 total.
Yep. And we are back to the top with Marcus's turn.
All right, a little bit of, actually a lot of bit of pink mist. Marcus is very close to bloodied. So as this thing swings at him, he's just gonna throw his hand up and the shield will go off and Tentacles and bonking, and he still kind of gets eviscerated on his right side. But he's going to continue to bound. 5, 10, 15. I'm going to jump up and on top of this thing, and I'm guessing I just went out of range. And since it just had its turn, its reaction is back. I don't know if it would attack me or not, but I'll leave that up to you. I just wanted to make sure I pointed it out. I am, what, 5, 10 feet away from him. Actually, I guess I don't know where its box is. It's tough for me to tell without...
Yeah. So you would have jumped out of its range.
Okay.
It misses with a nat 1.
Oh, shit.
A nat 1, yep.
Alright, so anyways, I'll bound up on top of this thing, kind of minding the cloud of daggers, and I'm going to just start fucking doing the thing that I do best. 13.
Yep, that hits.
Alright, so that is going to be for 15 points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
Okay, this thing is shooting sparks everywhere.
Okay, attack 2 is going to be... That's 21 plus 2, so 23.
Okay.
Magical bludgeoning. Is it still cooking?
Yeah, but barely. It's got smoke coming out of it now.
Whoa, let's just end this then. Alright, I know that hits already, so that is 4, 9, plus 3 is 12.
Okay.
Points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
Yeah, so with that, the last bit of magic and the last generator for it disappears. It stops.
Okay, now, if it stops, does this thing still seem aggressive, at least in the temporary?
In this moment right now, it does seem it's in an aggressive stance.
But nothing's happening with the time thing above it.
The time thing that's above it is the only thing that is like connected to it anymore, and the magic is fading from it as the magic.
So it's connected to him. It's not connected. I thought you had said that the energy beams were what were tethering it above it.
Yeah, and so it's there are still beams from it to him right now, but they are like looking dim. It looks like the connection is breaking.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and Marcus will kind of just spin around, hold the flails, but I'm going to his body's gonna flash pink just for a moment as like kind of ethereal flames wash up, and I'm gonna use psi-powered recovery as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn.
All right. Tempest.
I'm not a fan of being in a lovely little cone formation, even though the last generator's down, so 30. I'm going to fly up and actually land just behind Kira and give her a level 2. Where is it? Cure wounds. Right, you're looking really gnarly, right, Kira?
I am absolutely still bloodied.
Okay.
Plus,
Well,
I'm
this
just
won't get-
covered
Hey,
in
Saber,
multiple
congrats.
deaths worth of blood.
I don't think this will get you out of bloodied, but it'll make you less. No, that's definitely not going to get you out of bloodied.
I am in fact still bloodied, but
Yeah, I know.
March no.
Okay. Yeah, Tentacles will just hold a defensive position right there, and hopefully that's not going to be a terrible place for all of us to be. And hopefully he's not going to still be a bad guy.
Okay. All right. At the end of Tempest's turn, it's the dragon's turn. The thing that is floating above him slowly just falls down to... Oh god, I hadn't read that yet. It slowly floats down to the ground, and
You said fall first. Can you clarify? Does it float?
it floats down to the ground.
That's fine, just making sure.
I had a reaction.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It slowly floats down to the ground, and the dragon's aggressive stance is slowly just dissipates. He's now standing there. It looks like he's kind of checking to make sure he's got full control of his own body. And he turns toward the group of you, clearly not going to attack. Let me change it. Does anybody want to stay in turn order? For
As
any
long as he's
reason?
not looking like he's lunging at any of us, yeah.
Yeah, his eyes change from the weird, like, crackling blue and gold energy to just gold.
Are you okay now, Mr. Dragon Dad?
Did I get this guy's name? Hang on, I'm looking through my notes real quick.
I'm pretty sure we did.
It was said during I could tell you if you want, because it was said during Ketheric's
Kether.
Ketheron. Why do I do that? I blame Baldur's Gate.
It's 100% BG3.
Yeah, so during his vision, that was the name that his mother cried out.
No, Ketheron was the one that we saved, wasn't it?
Yes, but he showed you guys the memory from when he was in the egg.
Yeah.
And
We were talking about what the fuck this thing.
this character, I guess his name is Chronosis.
Okay, I was gonna say because you never said that.
Yeah.
You just kind of finished the story.
I was.
without
That's
saying,
because
what the fuck?
that's because I was fixing the stupid title because I wrote Ketheric in the fucking title for the stream too.
I do remember, yeah, that was
All right. Yeah. So Chronosis is what was stated.
My God's Master Bonkin, he's got a fucking name and a bolt lodged in his chest. Marcus stares at Kira.
There is absolutely no bolt. Mine don't do that. Haha.
I stare at the bleeding wound in its chest
Which I
and then
healed.
look at Kira.
She is going to. Yeah. Sorry. I kind of just reacted there. May I help with that? Gestures towards the wounds.
He kind of looks down at his chest and sure. And you see a big old dragon claw comes up and just pulls it out like a thumbtack, and then he'll allow you to he stays still so you can heal him if you want to.
I'm just gonna hit him with a couple of closed wounds because I'm imagining Dragon Hit Die are better than any of my spells.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah,
While
I'm
you're
sure.
doing that, Bonkin will also kind of put his hands up in that sorry thing. Be like, well, sorry I hit you. I was trying to get you to stay still.
Sit down and
But
push
you're
your
very
fucking
strong.
spleen in, Master Bonkin. That's disgusting. It's hanging out of your loincloth.
Hang on. I got you, Bonkin. I got you.
Nope.
Hang on.
Nope.
What?
Remember?
I'm already here. I know. No cure wounds, close wounds. I know.
Okay.
Marcus sits down on top of the broken sparking machine.
Kira's just gonna sit down where she's at because she still fucking hurts. After she continues just close wounding.
Sorry, I tried to turn you into a cat.
No, it's understandable, and I was attacking all of you as well. Please understand it wasn't my choice.
Sorry for poisoning you. Thank you for consuming it, though.
Not a problem.
Do you
I'm
feel
not
like
sorry
yourself?
for anything, just so we're clear. I'm also in great shape, so wasn't much of a demi-plane?
Pocket plane?
I think that was it.
Oh, pocket plane, demi-plane, something like that.
I believe that's playing a role.
Demi-pocket.
I believe that's playing a role. And he turns toward Marcus and he says, I actually wasn't going to ask you to save me. I don't really have any reason to be saved at this time.
You have a son.
Well, we helped your son.
Yeah, we saved your son too.
My son.
Yeah, your void-tainted son that we pulled out of some realm of fucking nightmare.
The
He's
egg,
much better now, by the way.
the egg was a boy.
You know, to be completely honest with you, I'm not 100% for sure about Master Kether's gender or Mistress Kether's gender, because I really don't know a whole lot about dragons and the way that your
I didn't.
sex
Yeah, we didn't
goodies
check.
work, so...
We didn't check under the carriage. Yeah.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
But he
That's
had the
true.
confidence. Oh god, I've met some very confident women too. He glances over at Kira and then back up at the dragon. Yeah, no fucking clue, but
Oh.
you've definitely
We
got an offspring.
Your child was incredible to meet. An honor.
You mentioned something about void.
Yeah, you know what? Marcus gets up. Now, by the way, completely healed. The pink mist has stopped.
We do have a. And Kira, with all the fear of watching Marcus go in to start negotiations, said, Marcus, if we're going to tell the story, do you think our Master Bard might be able to assist there?
Oh, so what? Like, I put the images in Master Tempest's head, and then he zaps them into
Or
his head?
he just tells the story.
Well, what fucking fun is that if he could just relive it through my eyes?
He's been through a
I'm sorry.
lot.
What am I
Just
doing?
been
I was
mind
I was
controlling
looking.
him.
Sorry, I was looking for bits. What am I doing?
Get out from under the dragon.
Sorry, I just wanted to see how I could tell these things for future reference.
It's all right. Whichever way you prefer is fine by me.
Well, fuck, don't let me step on the bard's toes. Go ahead, do your thing. I will sit my skills down and just continue to swing at things when I am needed. My apologies for interrupting. Marcus just plops himself back down. Still gigantic, feet kind of dangling over the edge.
Kira just kind of like her features darken a little bit, and she just, where she's sitting, she just kind of looks down.
Wait, so what do you guys want? What happened? What happened? I was again looking for Dragon Balls. Are we?
Tell him the story. Oh, clever. Tell him the story of his child through the eyes of everything that I saw in the Void Realm and everything you saw in the Void Realm, and do your fancy storytelling stuff, I suppose. Is that right, Mr. Skira?
Either way, I just didn't. Figured if someone was just in his head, it could be a little off-putting to have another. That was just my thought.
The thought is appreciated. My son, or daughter, was void tainted.
Well, yes, they were, but we were able to purify, I guess, excise the void energy from them. Transmogrified, I guess. He cocooned himself for a time and emerged as a amethyst dragon, I believe it was. Topaz.
This Topaz.
I'm not really good with my gems. Beautiful, beautiful crystalline scales.
You'd see a little, almost like a smirk, but then it turns into a sad look on his face. took after his mother.
Well, in part, I suppose.
Where is he now?
Not far. We can take you to him. I think. Can we take you to him? Are you free? Is there any way for us to know for sure if we did what we needed to do here?
Well, I'm no longer being controlled by that. And he'll nod his giant dragon head toward the pendant that's on the floor, which is no longer glowing.
Borrow that.
Could we actually touch that?
That's a great question.
That's what
You
did-
Mr. Marcus. You guys are the smart.
I'm not understanding what's happening here. What was just said?
He pointed to
Talking
the
about
pendant
the-
and Bonk and said, "Can I borrow
Yeah.
the pendant?"
I was concerned about actually touching it because everything up until this point and every artifact we've come in contact with got weird when we touched it. So, Marcus, do you think maybe you could use some of your mind magic to scoot that out of the way? Pick that up?
Oh, now I'm needed. Okay, no problem.
Marcus,
Yeah.
come on. Why are you so
Marcus
sensitive today?
stands up. Well, look, I was going to literally allow this being to relive everything we saw, including seeing its own offspring transmogrify into something great in the flash of a second. And no offense, but that story you told was kind of fucking lame.
I know it was kind of
And, like,
lame because I
3
was looking for his
sentences.
bits, and I was kind of surprised. Okay, so, well, I mean, you can still you can ask for permission. Say like, hey, can I put my mind fingers into your brain? You know.
Well, when you call them mind fingers, of course nobody's gonna want that in the fucking brain. You just have to kind of give them a little zip. The tasty zip of finger whip. I'm
That's
not...
even worse.
Fuck me. Okay. Master Chronosis. We, your saviors, I guess technically, but not literally in some weird Bahamut way, would like to put our telekinetic hands on that amulet because I believe we are in dire need of it. He looks around to the rest of the group. Is that...
I was just talking about asking permission to put your
I
images into his
understand.
brain.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I left that alone, though. If he wants to see his kid, he'll ask me now. By the way, my name is Marcus Cunha. I am the 9th son. I am a master scion, scorned by Arpensa, loved by Illithids. Good Illithids, my part of Illithids.
And you are
Champion
collecting
of the underground.
artifacts?
We're trying to go fucking 900 years into the past, my friend, and unfortunately for you being a time dragon, we're looking for a fucking heart.
You'll see his expression shift from like concerned and morose to an actual smile, and then he starts laughing. And it echoes throughout the chamber you're in.
So that's like maniacal, like I'm gonna have to beat you down and cut that fucking thing from your chest, or like this is a joke and it's not literally a heart, it's like we need the teardrop from your tail scale or
It's-
some shit like that.
Excuse me. It's literally the heart. The problem is, well, it's not really a problem because it's here, but someone beat you to cutting it out.
TW, little ugly fucking gnome and a dirty raven friend.
Yeah, he did say it was too late, didn't he?
TW. You'll see recognition cross his face. You are welcome to my heart if it means getting you back where you need to be, but I think TW, maybe Tiberax the Wrathful.
Hold on a second, before we dive into that fucking thing. How the hell are you alive, sans heart?
Well,
Does that explain the fading?
I believe that is part of it, yes. And the heart is here. It's just in the chamber below.
Oh, that heart-shaped box over in the corner?
That should get you there, yes.
Oh, you're serious about that?
Yes. He ripped out my heart. Okay, so... he...
confused.
He, meaning the gnome. You know what? I'm sorry. Marcus turns around, very obviously flustered. I'm sorry. I have a fucking thing I can do. I have to do it. And I reach out in my large
Just
size form
ask
and
him
I just
first.
touch him on the fucking forehead.
Uh-huh.
And I am just gonna feed this thing every bit of information in images from Marcus's mind, from his perspective, starting all the way back to the first time we met TW and flash forwarding as we kind of like go up, almost like a deck of cards. It'll be TW, the Kenku, his son, we think it's his son, or at least his offspring from the egg, hatch, you know, us freeing him, making the transmogrification. It's just gonna be like that.
Okay. He takes a second.
Question here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we will figure it out in a second. But if he saw his son through Marcus's memories, I know Marcus didn't check, but would he recognize as a dragon?
Wait, say that again?
Recognize him as a dragon?
For the gender, I mean.
Oh. I was like, oh, he was definitely a dragon. He's asking if the dragon will recognize the other dragon's gender through your eyes because he's a dragon as well. That's a good question.
Maybe. Marcus wouldn't really know what to look for, but...
Maybe boy dragons are spikier.
That's a big spike.
Okay. So he listens, or I guess watches, and seems to be taking it all in. And after everything is said and done, he nods and he says, I see.
See, exactly. You saw, you see. And my apologies for kind of doing that without your permission, but sometimes it's just easier to get the information in and allow you to sort it out yourself. Sometimes that is not the case. Sometimes that really terrifies people, and I've fucked a few minds before, accidentally. But look at you. Chronosis, the time. Doesn't have a good ring to it, but you're very strong, aren't you? You exist in two places at one time, neither here nor there, but all at once whole. And you don't have a fucking heart, which is pretty cool. I have a heart. Doesn't beat a whole lot, but...
Doesn't. Yes, I think I may have seen part of that as well. That was a very selfless thing to do. My heart is here, as I said, and TW is responsible for it no longer being in my chest. I also understand that you require it for your ritual to get home.
Well, yeah, technically, but look, if you are, like, in between... it's weird. Do you think, like, we could take your future heart and then, like, somehow help shift you to the past so that you don't need to exist without your heart? Because you can't, sort of thing? Like, if it really comes down to that? Because you've been pretty fucking cool so far. I mean, don't allow me to do all the talking for us, but... your offspring is wonderful. Little testy, but understandable. You, also a little testy, but considering your circumstances, I'd probably have done the same shit. Except maybe had my mind overtaken. But, you know, that's another thing.
Well, what constitutes removing your heart? Was it literally you carved your heart out? Like, is there a wound, or was it some kind of like magical transference or something?
He'll
You're still alive, aren't you? Technically.
I am.
Yeah.
Master Tempest. Well, didn't Master Ray just tell us, like, a couple months ago that the only requirement to regrow anything in a body that's still living is that they must still be living? Can't we just get a regeneration potion or a regeneration scroll of some sort? Or get Master Aegis down here and just regenerate his heart?
Get you to regenerate your own heart? Is that possible? I feel like that's...
Well, we do actually have a magic item of regeneration in the car.
Like an actual regenerate? Like
Yes.
a spell?
No, a magic item, an artifact.
We just fucking got artifacts in the car?
It's more of a really powerful magic item. You actually put it onto Min's paw.
I did? Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
I did too.
Me too. So, okay, so your heart is in the container behind you. What did TW mean by it's too late and he already had you? Do you know?
Well, I believe he thinks or thought that the item would. I don't think he thought you'd figure it out. He doesn't like the position you put him in. He typically knows everything that's going to happen before it happens.
I mean, really, he put himself in that position.
Well, I think that has more to do with your friend. And he nods toward you, Tempest.
Yeah. Well, again, that was kind of his meddling that caused her to. It's a big crazy loop.
It is a big crazy loop. And it's one that I'm also
Marcus
stuck
can check
in.
with that too if you want.
He shared part of it. What I can say first, to fill in the blanks of the story from my son. He is a boy. By the way.
Oh, he is a boy. What are you doing, Lucy?
Oh, thank good. I thought I was gonna apologize.
What's up with the murderer gloves you're putting on?
Are you
I'm
cold,
sorry.
Lucy?
It's really cold, okay?
Okay. Do you not have heat in your little house?
No, my room is colder than like the rest of the house.
Oh no.
That's a good problem to have when you live in Africa, dude.
It's true.
I'm sure it gets blazing hot in the day. Stupid cold at night, right?
No, it's winter now. It does.
Oh,
not,
that's
like,
right.
go
You're in the
past
other fucking
10.
hemisphere, aren't you? I totally forgot. Yeah, for him and Bay right now, it's winter.
It's winter for them, yeah. So, the rest of the story, the rest that he couldn't possibly have known or told you. The reason that TW, as you're calling him, ripped out my heart is because, well, I think he's gone insane, to be honest, but he at one point was like me. We both were time dragons. He's my brother. However-
Oh, he is a time dragon and he's a brother. Okay.
If we are speaking
That
of the
got
same,
complicated.
yes.
And what was his draconic name again?
Something very
fancy.
Tiberax, the Wrathful.
I assume he got the
TW.
wrathful after he went crazy.
Correct. He owned it. He did not even deny it. And now goes by TW. Some tiny underground gnome, I believe, is what you said? Or what I saw?
Spurdneblin, I think. However you pronounce it.
Yeah, he's a deep gnome.
Deep gnome.
Svevneblin. What a weird thing though, to have a cool name like Tiberax the Wrathful to then just become TW. What a fool.
I think the problem is he didn't want to be recognized by those of us who knew him as Tiberax after what he did to me in Seraphel.
He chose a gnome to polymorph himself into?
I don't think he chose it. As he started to lose more and more of himself to time magic and the rituals that he was doing, the magic started to take over. It might.
So where does the Kenku come in then?
That is just a. Well, they tend to be followers. And this one saw power and chose to follow it. I don't think she realized what she was getting into.
Did Kenku's she?
The Kenkuzashi. You didn't check that either, huh?
No,
Listen,
I was
all
too
of
busy
them
getting
check
shit
those
behind
things.
me.
Unfortunately, between avians and dragonkind, there are too many cloacas for us to have to investigate in order to determine your genders, so...
That's fair.
Not exactly a lot of swinging dicks in the winged families, you know.
Yeah,
it's not like fighting minotaurs, either big old jugs or big swinging bull ding-dongs.
Well, the lack of giant dragon dicks helps with better flying.
Thank gods for that.
Or
You get smacked in
aerodynamics.
the head by a hippogriff.
I'm not. He
Not
doesn't.
violence.
He doesn't
You
laugh.
laugh
Sorry, he's not laughing.
Stop.
Right.
Hate
So,
it.
okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, then you, Dragon Daddy, Chronosis, your son is Ketheron, your brother is Tiberax the Wrathful, who unfortunately was the one who forced your wife to meet her demise.
Correct. Seraphil.
And then cut your heart out and bound you here.
You got it.
For what fucking purpose? What's the end game?
Initially, the purpose.
Where do we come into his end game?
Initially, the purpose. Well, I guess it was twofold. Seraphil and I were mates, and he didn't like that.
Is this a love triangle?
It was more of a.
Is this a draconic love triangle? An ancient draconic love triangle?
I suppose that's what it would be called, yes. But it was really one-sided on his end. He started to try to shift and change time to make things different so that he could have the outcome he wanted. And as he started to dive into that, he saw you all as his demise. Obviously, if you take him out, he can't go through with his plans, and everything that he worked on goes to shit.
So he saw us. Okay. So what are his plans though? What is he trying to accomplish with the time travel thing? To just become some powerful fucking super being?
Initially,
God?
Trying to rewrite time.
he's trying to rewrite time.
So
For
that
what?
he and I'm sorry, your wife, I cannot remember her name.
Seraphil.
So he and Seraphil can be lovers, basically?
That's not just her. It was to make... Basically, he wanted to be able to control time so that all outcomes were the outcomes he wanted to see. When you start dabbling in something like this, it can take control very quickly. And unfortunately, he was not...
just spiraled.
Yes, he was not as skilled as he thought he was. Far more confidence in himself than actual skill.
How long have you been bound here
What?
without your heart?
Do you know what year it is?
Nope. Mistress Kira!
2024.
Thank you. Oh, fuck me. You're still bleeding profusely.
No, that explains the
Oh.
dizziness.
I got
Oh
you.
my god.
I got you. Sorry, I got distracted by dragon dicks and dragon
I would expect
love triangles.
I would expect nothing less from you, Tempest. And Kira's just been sitting on the ground next to Tentacles.
Just vibing.
If it's the year 2024, then it's been roughly 700 years.
Does that make us older than the dragon? Sorry, that's very rude of me.
No, the dragon, my assumption would be, Master Chronosis, is that you being bound here by this time energy has frozen you in place. You've not aged. Am I correct in thinking that?
That's correct.
Right. So you being... I'm just going to look him up and down. What, because dragons come in age brackets. Can I estimate, how old this guy looks?
Yeah. You give me a history check with advantage. I think history would make the most sense. Or just intelligence if you prefer.
Same roll either way.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, this is an ancient. You're looking at the scales, the size of the scales across his body, and even as odd as it is to say, there's wrinkles near his eyes. He's definitely of the ancient variety.
No, Master Bonkin, even I am probably still much younger than this ancient being, if I'm not mistaken, Master Chronosis.
You are correct.
Oh, then it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ancient Dragon. Chronosis, sir.
Master Chronosis.
Kira's
Mr.
going to-
Chronosis.
Kira's gonna lean over to Tempest and say, conspiratorially, I'm pretty sure if I took out the Vantikar, it might just explode.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't exploded already.
Oh, that's because it's technically in a different plane right now.
I'm just saying of all the random weird bullshit that's happened.
Oh yeah, no, it's been weird.
Yeah, so Tiberax, TW, has been manipulating events ever since. It started with little things just to see if he could do it. And I told him it was a bad idea. And I told him he was going to lose himself. But because of the situation that we were in and his jealousy, it got the better of him. He was pulling strings not just across history, but infinite possibilities.
Right. Which
You
is
lost me.
why he thought he saw us coming for him.
I believe he did see it in one of the possibilities.
So then why the fuck was it set up for us to come to the future anyways? We just stumbled upon some bullshit.
Well,
Kobolds, I
it was his meddling that brought us here. He was trying to remember. He tried to do a ritual. He tried to conduct a ritual that was stamp us
Supposed
out
to
of
erase
time.
you, correct?
It was supposed to
Right.
remove us from time completely, but it just brought us here instead.
But Marcus's question is, why were you here in the future to defeat him in the first place, making him want to destroy you? Marcus, he told me about all of this. And that part he was unable to see. He did not know how you got here in the first place, and that bothered him more than not being able to control it.
Oh, sure, Mr. Tempest touching the thingy back then was just an accident, and
That
we
w-
kind of just ended up here.
It was supposed to erase you, but because of the intervention by Tempest's friend, instead of erasing you, it forced you into this time.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. I think I get it.
I may have had something to do with that.
May have? Are you being coy? Did you?
I'm not
Or-
entirely certain. I was trying to fight against him at the time, which is why he ended up ripping my heart out, because he said that if I am not whole, which I didn't feel whole anyway, after losing Seraphil and my egg.
Well, as cute as that is, you were also trapped here for 700 years, so that sucks.
It felt like barely any time.
Oh, lucky you. The last 4 months have felt like a fucking eternity. That's how long we've been here, by the way, give or take.
Oh, right, it's only been a couple months. Well, I guess it's been, a couple years for me.
Right,
So-
so go ahead, Master Tempest.
Yeah, so if we take you out of this place or take the heart out of this place, do you cease to exist?
I imagine if my heart is used for the ritual, I will cease to exist.
Well, yeah. we're
I'm
trying
okay
to-
with this.
Yeah, you might be, but we'd rather not kill you in order to get back into our own time, for sure.
Listen, I'm gonna just say it again. I truly think that because you are living, a being, and whole, minus a single appendage that you are capable of existing without, we might be able to actually just fucking regenerate your heart. If we can do that while we hunt down TW to end his stupid ass shenanigans for good, and we can confirm that your heart regenerates, then the heart we retrieve from TW will just be ours for the taking, and we can use that for our ritual. It doesn't say we need to have the only beating heart of a singular time dragon. It says we need the heart of a time dragon. If we regenerate your heart now, the heart you had there previously was cut out. It no longer exists within your timeline. Therefore, that should be free for the taking.
Logic makes complete sense to me. And is certainly something he wouldn't have seen coming. You guys have somehow managed to block him out. He's not able to predict your moves, and it's driving him mad.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for him, I'm good at one thing and one thing only, and that, well, besides talking to people, because I'm great at that, it's shit that has to do with the mind. And I may or may not be constantly focusing on making sure that his stupid ass stays out. Also, that creepy little
Dash.
Kenku. I hope, Master Bonkin, when we have to encounter these bastards, I hope you knock the feathers right off her tits.
I do too. That's what I'm planning on. What? Not that specifically, but beaten. Yeah.
No,
I would like
it's
to see
okay.
that.
I'm sure you would, Mr. Tempest. Sure, a lot of dishes going kind of over me head, as is normal, I guess. But I guess an easier question is if you leave here like this pocket thing. Sorry, I keep forgetting the name.
Pocket plane.
This place, that one. Do you like without your heart? I mean, do you like stop there? Like, do we have to leave you in here and then get something back here? I'm not sure.
I feel like we should probably keep your heart and you close to each other if we were to leave this place, if I had to guess.
I suspect that's correct, yes. I have never experimented with my heart outside of my chest and traveling away from it.
Okay, why don't we start here though? Whose realm is this? Is this shit all TW's making?
Yes.
Okay, so I think where we need to start is by hunting TW the fuck down. And you need to stay here. The problem is, can TW get here right now if he wanted to?
He probably could, but I'm not sure he'd have any reason to.
But if he can see future and past predicaments, I mean, okay, so let me ask you this then. He created all of this stuff in here to keep you locked here, and he has no tie to it to know that we just smashed the shit out of it?
He has this locked down so I can't see out, but that means he also can't see in.
Okay, so, but he would feel no he would feel no okay, so.
I think his problem is that he is an incredibly arrogant dragon. I think he just believes that he has the upper hand at all times, and he cannot believe that anyone else could outsmart him or outthink him. So he probably didn't even come up with any kind of plan for us coming here, because that's impossible in his mind.
Right, I think so. My fear though is that all of this magical concoction that was just attached to Master Chronosis, now that it's broken, TW doesn't have any sort of attunement to any of the stuff in here or any sort of magical connection that would snap and make him go, oh fuck, the connection just broke, the dragon's free, my brother's free. Because that's what I fear. If we leave here and he shows back up and fucking kills you, we've got a problem.
I understand that. I think the advantage is on our side in that part of the reason he pulled my heart out is so that I couldn't die.
Fair enough.
So he'd have to go retrieve it, do the ritual to put it back, and then fight me.
Okay, so let me ask one follow-up question. Where the fuck is TW, and would it be advantageous... Oh wait, are your heart and TW then in separate locations? Is that what I'm understanding?
I believe
Isn't that your heart right over there?
That's that was just as a reminder. That's a gem.
Right.
I don't know if
You said earlier that your heart is below this chamber.
I believe
Like
that's
a dungeon of some sort, or some sort of sub-chamber?
I believe that is where that leads. I've never been out of this room. However, I know that there's something below there. And I have an idea of how we could open it.
Okay.
But I don't know what's down there.
Well, if we are going to do anything, I'm gonna probably need to take a at least at minimum, a short nap. Because I'm fucking tapped.
Sorry about that.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't do shit. I don't want to hear another apology out of you, or I'll fucking kill you myself.
You get a chuckle, a chortle, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't kill
Yes,
you,
he
but
is
I have to
joking.
agree with Mr. Marcus.
Thank you. Master Bonkin and I will kill you.
Bonkin doesn't know what to say.
What? That's what you said. You agree with me, didn't you?
Well, I should I didn't.
All right,
want to kill you, but,
nobody's killing anybody in this room right now.
Oh, no. Of course. No, I'm not. Look, I don't want to kill anyone. Period. Ever. Even those that I've executed. I don't want to do it. And I usually tell them that before I execute them, but sometimes duty calls. Okay, so, Are we all in agreement to maybe take a power nap?
Oh yes.
Does anybody
Yes,
get it?
absolutely. What we could
We could probably sleep longer if anyone needs it.
what?
Mr.
You mean
Kira,
like
do
a,
you have cell phone
like a
reception down
a
here?
whole nap?
Well, does anyone need it? Or does everyone just need a power nap?
I mean, I
I'm
don't.
good with a power nap.
I could probably do a power nap, but I'm feeling a little bit tapped on my energy reserves.
I could not. If we're going to do this, and Kira switches to Elven almost like instinctually, but the names will come through in common. If we're going to do this, I want Min.
Okay. Marcus says
Nice.
he'll say in Elven, I'll go upstairs and get her real quick.
No,
I'll bring it
and
back down.
What about me?
I have nothing, resource-wise.
Okay. Push the rest of your guts back in, Master Bonkin. Holy shit. How is
no,
half
they're
of
all
your
in.
liver still hanging out? What the fuck is wrong with you? Heal yourself.
With more closed wounds. All of the
Right, you're
closed
beyond.
wounds.
You're above bloody now, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm bloodied for me is 68 health. I have
Barely.
70.
You have 70. Yeah, out of almost 140. You fucking weirdo.
Guys,
I'll stand up. I am going to walk over, by the way. I am going to pick the amulet up. But I'm going to use Mage Hand initially to pick it up and kind of drag it towards me. I'm just going to take a peek at it before I manhandle it. Okay.
All right. Yep.
I'm just going to kind of pick it up and float it above or in front of me. Kind of spin it around. I guess I'll kind of hold it over nearer Kira and Tempest. All right, Arcanists. Do we want to actually handle this thing? It probably should not go in the same place as the timey-wimey thing, right?
We're going to need to We're going to need to handle it eventually. So,
There you go,
I'll
Master
reach out
Tempest.
and-
I just kind of kind of give you a high five with the Mage Hand.
Am
You just
am I
grabbed it.
vaporizing?
You grabbed it with your
Yeah,
hand.
I grabbed it with my hand. Am I vaporizing?
You're not vaporizing. Don't worry. I was gonna mess with you, but I didn't want to.
Okay. No weird like rubber banding, nothing.
No. So I mean, it is a weird sensation when you first grab onto it. You feel that initial like pull at your belly button, like the first time that you guys got pulled through the portal.
I hate that.
Yeah. You start to feel that, but it doesn't like pull you or anything. You don't start to disappear, but you definitely can feel that this is a very powerful item. As you touch it, the sands that are in the hourglass, they're not moving. Like, even if you flip it and turn it and stuff, they're just sitting still.
Okay, Kira, do you think we should keep this out of the bag because there's other crazy shit in there, or?
Step one, I'm gonna do some thinking about it.
Okay. I'll hold on to this for now then.
But give me a second, I'm gonna ask
Oh.
our great and powerful DM.
So the dragon, as you pick that up, he kind of watches to see what's going to happen, because that was the thing that was just binding him not too long ago, and you almost hear him breathe out like a sigh of, like a breath of relief when nothing happens to you.
Almost at the exact same time as Tempest does.
Yeah. All right, and you guys would have seen Marcus bound out the door up the stairs. I would say you hear him running, but we're pretty far down, so.
Well,
I have like 3,000 pounds.
Okay, so Marcus goes anyway, even though we just said that. Even though Kira just said, and I am tapped in resources and am not good to do this right now.
Yeah, he's
Marcus said he was going to get Min.
to get Min.
You said we need Min.
Yep.
He said, okay, I'm going to get her, and then ran up and out
Yeah,
the
and
portal.
she said, first, I don't want to go unless we have Min, and second, I would need to fully rest and recover.
Well, he's going to get Min, so.
He's on his way now. He's running.
You're getting your damn cat.
Okay. And then the necklace question.
I missed
So-
the necklace question.
Yeah, so the question to Kira was like whether or not we should put this in the bag, and then Kira was going to think on it.
Yeah, so I mean, Kira made a smart comment earlier about the Vet Dakar being on a different plane. Kira, just give me an intelligence check.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Dirty 20. So, yeah, you would know things. So right now it's in, like a demi-plane or a pocket plane, and it seems to be all right. The only consideration that you would have is what you have in your bag of holding right now. That could be affected by it. So if there's anything in the bag that you're like, maybe this will interact poorly.
Okay. She's going to look at it for a moment, not touch it, and say, I don't like the thought of not having it contained. That
Too.
being said, I don't think it's a smart idea to put it directly in the bag with the other materials. If we are taking the time to rest or recover before we go, I would be able to... I can make another bag if I sleep, and we could store it there even temporarily. The catch to this would be that I would have to pull energy from something else that I've made in order to do so. But if we wanted to store it, I could do that. Otherwise, we could do the very mundane thing of, well, Marcus is already gone, or I would have asked him, taking the vet car to the car and some of the other things and putting it in there, but I don't think they should be together.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, you kind of enchanted my jacket here, so maybe you could take it from that, and then you can make your bag. I like the idea of having this thing kind of out in the open, much less than being able to concentrate.
If needed,
Well-
I can always take your big box thing to the car.
The problem is I don't think that it should come out of the bag right now, and I'm not even sure that it's the only thing made. Your ring for concentration, I mean, that's fairly important. I can always just break down my crossbow for a little bit. That wouldn't be too big of a deal. There's options, but regardless, I can't do much of anything unless I sleep. And Kira just looks drained. I mean, she was near death twice in like 12 seconds.
I mean, yeah, Tempest doesn't look much better. Actually, he does look much better, but he looks just as drained. By the way, I am going to roll some hit dice for my closed wounds here.
Yeah, but I'm worried about going and trying to end this if we're not truly prepared. But also, as much as all we have worked with is time is the one thing we don't have in excess.
Do we? If we stay here, Mr. Dragon, do we, does it, like, flow differently? Like when we stayed in the Kraken's place, where we could stay there for a while and not much changed.
I missed. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I said, Bonkin, basically asked, if we stay here and, like, take a long rest here, will it go fast? Kind of like the Kraken's lair?
It's entirely possible.
You said you've been here for 700 years, but it only felt like moments.
Felt like,
right?
yes, hardly any time had passed, so it's possible that it won't take the full 8, or maybe it will take the full 8 out there and it won't feel like it here.
Wouldn't that be That would be
more time
the
outside.
inverse of what we need. You're forgive me, and she's kind of gets that look, that arty look, starts to ask, then goes, I should say sorry first. I've heard that time dragons are able to manipulate the flow, but you're obviously in multiple places. Are you able to reverse that, even temporarily? Or would that be draining?
Able to reverse the way time is passing?
Here, yes.
I haven't had the opportunity to try before. Because I was bound, I'd be happy to try.
Probably wait until Marcus is back.
Is there any downside to trying? Would it just not happen, or would it like exponentially explode?
I doubt that anything will explode. It's more likely that nothing will happen. There's a small chance that something bad could happen to me. It's pretty small.
Is there something we can do to make it smaller?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
What about the anchor? Kind of looking at the
medallion?
No, the temporal anchor.
It's back at the house.
Well, yes.
I've got no idea.
You go all the way back to the house, come all the way back here.
If the time's being manipulated anyway.
So Kira.
Yep.
You glanced at your phone earlier when Marcus asked if you had signal, and you noticed that you don't, which isn't surprising. However, about 4.5 minutes goes by, and your phone, you get a text message.
Well, she's an arty and she's Kira. She immediately looks at it.
Yeah, and then it's a text, a picture from Marcus of him. It's a selfie of him and Min, and he's mid-run. And as you receive it, Marcus shows up at the bottom of the stairs.
Question: are they
Oh.
running together, or is Marcus holding?
He's carrying her. Oh, I'll grab him in. Hold on.
I gotta. Oh shit! Wow, it's really dry up there.
Hey,
I'm
Mr. Marcus,
thirsty.
I
Do
got
we have any water? Blood? No, I'm just kidding. I don't need to eat for 2 days. I'm fine.
Kira looks down at herself and still covered in blood.
Oh god, it'd be weird if I licked your shirt, wouldn't it?
And her ears immediately darken, and she does not say a damn thing.
Here, I got your cat, and I just set Min down in front of you.
How long were you gone, Marcus?
What do you mean, how long was I gone? I just ran to the car and back.
We have a question about the passage of time within the area that we're at and outside of it.
Marcus pushes his visor and turns the clock on. Did the time sync appropriately, or does it seem fucked up?
That's a good question. So, when you were outside, you definitely, probably subconsciously noticed that time was passing normally. As you get down here,
Because I know that I'm running about, at top speed, I'm running about a 4.5 minute mile.
right. So I would say, hold on, I'm trying to figure out what it would actually show.
It's like we parked like 2 miles away or something like that.
A mile.
It was
Yeah, it was 1
So
mile.
a mile out and a mile back, plus the stairs.
Uh-huh.
Plus, you were carrying a multi-100-pound metal.
I think 300-pound cat,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. And in my enlarged state, I was not encumbered, but she's still heavy as shit.
So, having you guys go through all of that math, you realize it should have been like 9-ish minutes, but Marcus showed up here in like 4 or 5.
But did that seem normal for my pace, or was that weird for the room?
For you, everything seemed normal, Marcus. Like, everything seemed normal, but down here, you guys would have expected it to take a little bit longer.
Understood.
You
Oh,
were
yes.
maybe 5 minutes, give or take.
Fuck, I am fast.
You're
Yeah,
fast.
good job, Mr.
but I
Marcus.
don't.
New time.
Can I do a? Oh, did you get a new? You did a new mini. Okay. I've seen him run when he decides to stop pacing himself and staring at my leggings. He's not that fast, right?
He's pretty quick, but 2
2 miles
miles
with
in
Min.
4 minutes, 5 minutes with Min it seems like
Would it make any sense that my stride is literally 2.5 times as long as it is when I'm in not enlarged state?
that is true.
But it doesn't give a speed boost, though.
It's true, it does not.
Yeah, the gate is longer, or the gate is wider, I guess. So it's a little bit easier to make time, but you still feel like it should have taken just a little bit longer. Like time definitely seems to be passing a little bit faster down here.
Yeah. And Kira's gonna. You are definitely fast. You're not that fast.
And strong and handsome and very good at talking to people. Please keep showering me with compliments.
All of these things are undeniable and absolutely certain to be truths that you should try and sell the door.
Marcus glances at the dragon.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. I wanted to ask. Speaking of the door, so there's a hole. I know you've never left. You said that, but there's a door upstairs that, like, one way says if you tell the truth, it lets you through, or pulls you in and then lets you through, and the other way you have to tell a lie and it pulls you through.
Okay.
So did your brother like make that?
Undoubtedly.
I'm guessing he didn't walk Master Chronosis down here on a leash to tie him up and cut his heart out, Master Bonkin. He probably doesn't know what you're talking about.
How did he get here
Oh,
down
sorry,
here, by the way?
It's a very good question. I woke up in here. I'm not entirely sure. He may have built the room around me for all I know.
That would be so difficult. Just teleportation magic is so much easier.
It's more than likely that's what he did, but
How many wizards in the walls does it take to power these fucking things? by
There
the way?
aren't any
wizards in the walls.
Never mind.
fundamental
yeah,
mistakes
he's
of
luminous.
electricity.
Master Chronosis is not used to this time. He doesn't know about all the technology things.
I do
Can't
not.
imagine he knows. He could know many times.
I don't.
How many
When-
times have you been to the future, Master Chronosis? Besides this one.
Well, this, I guess, is technically my present. I was able to look into the future before being brought down here.
You're a divinationist? A premonitionist? Is that really all time dragons really have going for them? No offense, no offense. That's like really fucking neat.
We
But,
are
like red dragons breathe fire.
we are able to travel as well. We can create a gate.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stop the fuck right there. Repeat that last sentence for me one more time. See, I can do time things too. Repeat that sentence.
Bonkin absolutely laughs out loud at that.
We can create a gate.
How far into the future or past?
Up to 8,000 years, one way or the other. However, getting the exact precise day and time can be tricky.
What could help you make that less tricky?
If you have an item from that time, it
Yes, we
helps.
do.
Marcus looks at
What if
Bonkin.
we are from that time?
And you can do this without your heart?
That's the only part I'm not sure of. Being bound the way I was, I haven't been able to use any powers.
All right, but we could, hypothetically speaking, we could completely ignore the entire situation with your brother, offer you an item of regeneration, allow you to regrow your heart, provide you with an item from the specific time, as well as a couple of temporal artifacts designed to help anchor and control and redirect temporal abilities. And you could just open a gate.
I can open a gate, and with all of those factors, I might even be able to keep it open for a length
For a
of time.
return. Is that Kira just looks around at the others. Am I missing something?
I feel like we're missing something. I feel like, well, first off, I think we definitely need to retrieve your heart. First off, just to be able to get you to do what you can do.
But what about regrowing one?
Well, yeah, regrowing one would definitely be beneficial in the short term, right? But I mean, like, we need to get your heart back in your chest.
Even if we didn't get that heart back in Master Chronos' chest, I think Master Tempest is onto something. The heart of a time dragon out in the wilds and free for the taking from TW or any other shitbag who might be looking for one is probably not a good idea. So we probably should have that in our possession regardless. But I also agree with the fact that if we can just regenerate this thing or put it back in, and here's the problem. Master Chronosis said there was some ritual. Is this a dragon magic ritual that removed the heart? Because none of us here are dragons.
Right.
I know a couple of dragons.
That's
why
why
we can perform.
I feel that the regeneration is likely your best bet. If you're trying to put a heart back. That being said, I can't imagine that the original heart would disappear. Therefore, it's yours.
Right, so we can get you back your heart, meaning via regeneration. Take your old heart for our uses.
You could.
Which we wouldn't even necessarily need there. And the other option, I have an even odder idea. If you regrew your heart, could we go back a much shorter time and try and stop your brother when he removes the heart? Does anything like that?
I feel I like where you're going with this, Kira, but I feel like that's exactly what got TW in the shit that he's in now.
Very
Going back
wise.
and fixing things and
Very
fixing things
wise.
and fucking himself up.
Things
If
that
we
you
killed TW though, does that erase him from both past and future timelines, or only from the point forward where he's eliminated?
It should only be the point forward. It should not erase him from the past.
So at what point in time does TW exist right now? Can you sense your brother in any way, shape, or form? Do you know where the fuck he is? Like, where would we even begin looking for him? Like, there's no way he's just sitting in the sub-chamber below with your heart in a jar.
I know that's not the case, or he'd be up here by now.
I bet it's a Kenku. If we go down there, that Kenku's probably sitting on that heart.
I can also possibly follow that particular trail.
For the heart?
For the person, she gestures back to her dragon mark.
Oh.
To either.
That may be a better option. My only fear is that if I try to figure out where he is and he senses that I now have powers, then he will be led on to the fact that you have freed me.
Yeah, don't do that, please. Let us use our abilities. Speaking of those abilities, have we decided? Do we need to sleep for like a legitimately long time? Because I'm fucking sleepy.
So it seems like time passes faster in here than it does out there. So I think that's probably good for us then. So
It does. No shit. How'd you figure that out?
What time is your clock say?
Me? I flip my clock. I flip my visor to time.
It would say... I gotta do math, hold on.
So like 3:45 plus an hour and what, 15?
Yeah, so it'd be like 5 on your visor.
Okay. It says 5 p.m. Still the 4th of March.
We're like 4:50 something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so Kira and Tempest...
So my clock?
Your
slowed
clock...
down.
Yes. So you guys... no, yours went ahead. Theirs is behind. They are behind because time is moving slower in here than out there. So they're about 10 minutes behind you. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So, I'm off?
Just because you left this temporal flow.
Well, fuck! Marcus takes his visor off and hands it to Kira. I don't know how to change the fucking time on this thing. The power went out one time and Remember when I freaked out because I wasn't sure what was happening? I didn't plug it in that night. Can you
Yes,
fix it,
and
please?
with the microwave, I remember. We did not need to buy a new microwave after that, or we shouldn't have needed to, but
I know. I shouldn't have thrown it as hard as I did. I was so angry.
you could have at least taken the hot pocket out first.
That's fair. I could have. Or... No, you're right. I should have taken the Hot Pocket out and wasted good meatballs and mozzarella.
And she's going to take the visor, fiddle with it a little bit, force just a resync. Like
Okay.
a manual,
It'd
and
take me
then
a while
when
to
you
clean
see
up.
power, resync. Here you go.
Actually, so I'm sorry. So what time does my clock say? Does it say it's 5 minutes ahead of Marcus's? Or
No,
5
yours
minutes
is it's 10 minutes behind, so yours says 4:50. His said 5 o'clock.
behind?
Marcus put his visor back on. Fuck. All right. Thank you.
Yes, I need to sleep, and I'm likely to. One thing, when we do rest, I'm probably going to. I need to break down one of the items that I've made, probably my crossbow, so we can temporarily
Oh,
make another
no.
bag
What?
of.
Why would you do that?
Oh, so we can safely store the gestures to the amulet.
Safely store? Fuck it. Put it in my pocket. I'll fight that fucking amulet.
Well, you
And-
can take apart my jacket. Take apart my sharp mind thing,
It
right?
would have been for like
No.
a day.
No. I mean, literally, I'll put it in my physical pocket. Fuck that thing. Keep your crossbow. Are you? Why not just put it in my mundane little fucking flippy floppy pocket?
Because it could make you a target. Because it can be used
I
as
would
focus.
love nothing more than to be a target. I exist to be a target.
And what defenses do you have against temporal magic?
Psionic shields.
Affects physical and damage type things, yes?
My pure, unadulterated strength of internal constitution.
Helped you so much when that beholder made you its bestie, right?
That wasn't constitution. That thing attacked my fucking brain back when I was a simpleton. That's not fair.
You guys hear the dragon laughing again. Kind of echoes throughout the chamber.
And you got defenses against that, but we've never fought against someone that is wielding time without restrictions. And we
But
don't
we're
know
not
if
going to
that's what
fuck with anything that's dealing with time without restrictions. Is TW's not downstairs? The Master Chronosis just said if he was downstairs, he would have already felt what was going on and he would have been up here.
Yes, he may not be down there now.
Chronosis will turn to Bonkin, and he says, "How long have they been mates?"
Wait, does he say that in common?
Yeah, he just says it out loud.
What the fuck?
Or, to be honest with you, my sense of time is a bit messed up because of something similar that happened to you.
Been like
A long
since day
while.
one.
He gave a
No,
on
not
day one.
since day one. Day 3, maybe.
Anyway, do you want? It's not much, but do you want something that's gonna take out some pocket bacon?
Pocket bacon? Okay.
This might be a while.
Yeah, he'll accept the pot. He takes it in his giant dragon claw and just like.
I have like 6 left. Do you want more? Like, I can give you more.
It's
You look
actually
down.
tasty.
Min is by you and you have 5 left.
I swear to God, I was just about to queue up and say, "Where's Min?" I know she smelled that shit in his pocket.
Oh, right here. I hope you liked it, man. You could have just asked. I would have given you.
Min gives you the look. Where's the fun in that? It tastes better when it's stolen.
And the dragon will
What
look.
kind of look is that, man?
Chronosis looks toward Marcus and says, "I don't mean any offense. Your interactions just remind me of me and Seraphel." And he's got like a smile, like a nostalgic, almost kind of smile on his face.
Well, that's fucking grim. Hopefully our fates don't end up like yours. No offense.
None taken. While I would have my heart ripped out of my chest 1,000 times over before losing her again, I wouldn't change the time that I had with her for anything.
Marcus is going to open the network as he says that and switch specifically to telepathy, just to him.
Okay.
And I'll turn full on to him. So my eyes will flash pink for a moment, and then he's gonna say to him, you know, I'm not from your time, but I am from nearer your time than any of these fine folks are. There is magic that can bring your mate back, regardless of how long she's been gone. If you can assist us in what we are trying to accomplish here, which, by the way, we haven't talked about it yet, but it is to get his, and I point at Bonkin, daughter back from the past so that we can all live in this new future together, I guarantee you I will make it my life's mission to ensure that you receive your wife and your son, which, by the way, I've already saved and cured.
Bonkin will kind of step up to Marcus after pointing to him and go, yeah, did you call me Mr. Marcus?
The fuck? I generically gestured in your direction. I know I don't need you. You're fine, Master Bonkin.
Oh, okay. Normally when you point at me, there's something you want.
Well, actually, I was pointing at Min. I was mentioning to our friend here, Master Chronosis, about the bacon thing, because there's some confusion about why there's an automaton consuming meat.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot. Do you want some, Mr. Marcus? I still have a couple left.
Oh, fuck yes. Oh, Master Chronosis. Actually, can I get 2 pieces? Would you like a piece of pocket bacon? I push the visor. Fangs.
I quite enjoyed it, yes.
And
I'll take it.
I eat pocket bacon too.
Okay.
If you don't, you're crazy.
You'll get an answer telepathically as well. And he says, I will absolutely take you up on that if you are to restore my heart. And I feel that we should, now knowing that my son is alive.
Wait, hold on. You said restore my heart. Does that mean your original heart?
The regeneration.
Okay, there we go. Just look.
Did you bring the regeneration ring with you, Marcus?
Marcus turns around and looks at Tempest. It's on. He points down at Min.
Oh, good. It is on him now. Sorry, I was texting.
No, Min's wearing it.
Oh, Min's wearing it.
You get signal down here, Mr. Tempest?
Do I have signal, actually?
It's none of your texts, or they don't seem to be going through. Depending on who you're sending them to.
Gale.
If you're assuming you're
Trying to
texting
send it
Gale.
to Gale,
Yeah.
I did send you a message about that, but yeah, I'm trying to text Gale.
Right. Marcus will turn around to the group then, and he'll just kind of nod to Chronosis, and you guys will see his eyes flash pink, turns back around. I'm just going to take my helmet off at this point. I think we need to all take a good rest, all of us, and we need to go down into this sub-chamber, and we need to have ourselves a little peeky-poo. Now, Master Chronosis, you said you believe you feel your heart in this chamber. Is that correct? Let me ask you this. Have you had any vision, sensation, feeling, emotion of any sort in any way, shape, or form from what is below us right now? At all in the last 700 years?
Or have you seen anything appear or disappear into that space other than your heart, I guess?
The only thing that I saw disappear into there was my heart with TW. Once that happened, it lit up the way that it is now.
Okay, but you said you did see something once, like, below us. I'm asking a very specific question. I need a very specific answer.
I have not been below this chamber.
But have you had any sensation from your pieces of your body from below?
I do feel a draw to down below.
Just a draw.
Correct.
I'll hold out my hand. Would you mind showing me, or letting me sense that?
He'll put his claw kind of. Well, no, you're large, so yeah, he'll put his claw in your hand.
Okay, so I'll take it. And I'm just gonna open the network, and I'm gonna press into his mind as hard as I can. I will burn a 2nd level spell slot and cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
And I am going to try to read his mind. I'm just going to keep telling him over and over in telepathy, just let me in. I'm not doing anything wrong. God, that sounds terrible when I pitch it like that. Just let me in, please.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
You feel so yeah, he lets you in. It's not a problem.
I am searching for anything. I'm running through surface thoughts, and I will try to press deeper into subsurface thoughts about anything that gives me even a minute visual with where this fucking thing is. I'm going somewhere with this, I promise you.
I believe you. Okay, so you start to feel that draw, and it's kind of like it does almost feel like an emptiness in your chest. And when you focus and hone in on that, you do feel that draw down to the chamber below. As you focus on that, you can hear the faint sound of a heart beating.
Understood. I'm going to latch onto that point, and I am going to spend the remainder of the spell, and I will let somebody else jump in at this point. So that spell lasts for 1 minute. So I'll just spend the full minute, in dead silence up against this dragon, and I'm going to do everything I can to try to become familiar with the sensation immediately around this object. And I'll leave it at that.
And Tempest is just going to approach the crystal, like not get too terribly close, but enough to like get a closer look at it.
As you start the encounter, because you teleport down there.
Not touching anything.
All right, sorry. You guys are.
Yeah, Tempest is just trying to get a little bit of a closer look. He's being sure to keep a respectable distance from it. Just make sure he doesn't accidentally trigger anything like he did to start this whole thing.
So as you get closer to it, not touching it, it's almost like the glow gets a little bit brighter as you approach. The light is kind of pulsing like a heartbeat. And yeah, from there I'd say that's probably but you'd definitely be able to see the glow has gotten brighter, and it's pulsing like a heartbeat.
And it's an actual like gem inside of this like heart-shaped bowl, or the whole gem itself is a heart shape?
The whole gem itself is a heart shape. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Tempest just kind of pacing around it for a moment. He'll eventually just return back to the group.
Okay.
Kira, during that time, is going to, when Tempest's back, she's going to do I could pull the enchantment from your armor, even temporarily, if we think that that's best to be able to do. The other option is, and something we should probably consider in general, is if there's anything else that we might want or need before this fight, in terms of spells, in terms of items. You all will take 8 hours to fully rest and recover. I'll need half of that time so I can create in what time remains, but I would need to know going into it so I can prepare. Are there things that we need that we're lacking? Read out of characterly. Bish, do you need any magic items? Cause I need to know before I slept.
So, if we're actually, I get the sneaking suspicion that nasty little Kenku is probably waiting for us somewhere around here. Is there anything that you can make that can help probably Bonkin survive one of his punches? Or I don't know. Is there something that you can make that can kind of help bolster against that?
I have 2 potions. One that makes me a lot harder. It makes the damage not as good. At least that's what Miss Kira said. And the other one is resistance to the undead magic, like the Draco Lich.
Oh yeah, the potion of necrotic.
Yeah.
Right. Oh right,
Yeah.
he does the necrosis shit, doesn't he?
I think so. I'm not too familiar with his style.
Because you said
Her style.
he's a path of the long death or something like that. Is that what you said?
Yes, path of long death. Yes. Way of death.
Awful. Way of the long death. It's just awful. Okay. Well, yeah, I do also have a potion of necrotic resistance as well.
But if possible, Miss Kira, and it's not too much of a bother, do you maybe have something that'll let me hit a bit harder with me fish? AKA Kira, you sent me something a while back.
That was just a random Google thing. I can try.
Oh shit. Okay. Marcus turns around suddenly. I have an idea. Everybody's talking about like fighting and stuff. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. But I'm gonna need to test the waters. Marcus will sit down, crisscross applesauce. Thank you, by the way, Master Chronosis, for your visions and your sensations. I'm gonna reach into my bag, pull out a potion that has a small eyeball bobbing up and down inside of it. I'm gonna need a few minutes, and I will be able to give us a better idea of potentially what the fuck is going on. So just bear with me.
Before you drink that, what potion was that? I'm for a thing. And I'm trying to see if I can help. It says cat. If I can help, if any checks need to be made.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say what it was, but I can give you the.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a potion that's got an eyeball bobbing up and down in it. I think we identified this together as a group as the potion of clairvoyance. There's no checks that are made on it; it just happens. So.
Okay. She's going to. Okay, so no checks involved. Nothing that would be able to.
Nope.
Okay.
The check was me needing to know of the place first. Mistress Kira, are you good?
Yep. That's.
I'm just gonna take a peek. To tell you all, just so there's no secrets, I sense the location of Master Chronosis' heart below us. When I drink this, because I now know of that location, I might possibly be able to flip my senses within the sensor that this potion will create in order to see what is around it physically. That will help us, hopefully, be able to determine if there's anything down that we need to be aware of.
And Kira's going to just. She's going to nod. She's going to grab her screwdriver. She's going to reach out, and she's just going to touch his hand for a moment, and I am going to give him enhance ability focusing on wisdom, because that's perception related things you might be doing.
That is something I'm not good at. Thank you. Oh, holy shit, did the colors just get brighter in here, or?
Probably.
Wow. So that's what purple looks like. Nice.
And he just pulls his purple cloak further around herself.
So Marcus will chug the potion. He gets to the spot with the eyeball, and he puts his nail in and pops the eyeball into his mouth, and it kind of like half crunches. It sounds like cartilage in his mouth, and he swallows it and just goes, "Ugh. How do divinationists drink this shit all the... Oh!" And his
I don't think they chew it.
His eyes explode with this like purple energy, and I would assume like this pink mist starts to roll out of his mouth. And Candace, I'm gonna drink the clairvoyance potion.
All right.
And so here's the thing about the clairvoyance spell, though. If this entity is more than 1 mile away from me, I cannot utilize it. So is it more than 1 mile underground?
No.
No? Okay, excellent. So then I'm going to attempt, again, this was a weird way that we did this, so I'm going to attempt to connect to Ketheron's heart.
Okay.
Which is the only thing that I was capable of sensing while I was there.
You didn't mean Kether.
Not Kether, sorry, Kronos.
Okay.
Oh,
These
fuck.
fucking-
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tie to that bitch
Sorry,
for a little while.
I was
But it's
making
gonna
sure.
be
With a chain and a grappling hook.
I was making sure you weren't doing something super weird. And are you
For
choosing
Ketron, no chain and grappling hook.
Oh, not
Use
Kether,
what
I'm
we
sorry.
like.
Chronosis.
It's all right.
Oh, Tiberax.
Listen, too many fucking chains. I'm
I'm
shooting one of these bitches at the end of the day.
Hopefully it's the right one. Are you choosing seeing or hearing?
Seeing.
Okay. Okay, so Marcus, your vision, you're not really able to see the things around you. It's sort of blurry. Instead, your vision switches into this what the hell did they call it?
So
Sensor.
I do have improved dark vision of 120 feet
Okay.
because I am a vampire.
Okay, good. And it is dark. So as you take on the perception of your sensor, it sort of like shoots you down through the ground. You do go directly down through like where the gem is at, and then you find yourself in a really dark looking cavern. And you can hear, or no, you can't hear anything. So as you start looking around, you see a glow towards the back of the room. And as you move the sensor closer, you see this. I'm going to try to share it just to you if I can first. Then we can hit everybody else with it later.
What the fuck, dude? Okay, that's cool. So I see that?
You can see
Just
that.
super-
Super nonchalant, just hanging out over.
Or
what I see,
It's almost
hanging out
like
over?
it's almost like as
Or is
you
it
Like a guardian.
yeah, yep. Like as you, especially as the sensor gets close to it, it doesn't look directly at you, but it starts looking in that direction.
So-
And the claw goes over it.
Awesome. So yeah, by the way, if this entity has any sort of thing that it benefits from, such as true sight or see invisibility, it does notice a large intangible orb about the size of this. So, Marcus, seeing that, you guys will see like a little like foam comes out the corner of his mouth, along with like a little chunk of eyeball, and he goes, "Uh-oh." And then I switch to hearing. I'm gonna use my action to switch to hearing.
Okay. You'd hear
think I know
metallic.
what I hear already.
Yeah, you'd hear
Yeah.
like a metallic growl almost. Just again in that general direction. So, and you would expect with a dragon, you know, that has that ability to just turn and look directly at you. This thing is kind of just in the general direction.
Oh, thank God. So it senses something, but it
Yes.
doesn't appear to see me completely.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do a 360 with the audio and just make sure I'm not picking up anything in the distance or any humming of a portal or gears or whirring.
So as you're moving around, you do kind of hear the humming of a portal, and you realize it's coming from where you entered the cavern through that gem that up top.
Okay, I'm going to switch to vision and I'm going to look up.
You can see on this side there appears to be a portal.
Above us.
Yeah, above you.
About how many feet?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because
Because if we're about to plummet through a portal, I need to be ready to cast.
Right. So it is. Hold on. Let me look at my notes because I don't want to say the wrong thing. So it is 140 feet.
Okay, got it. All right. I'm going to cough the rest of the eyeball up and end the clairvoyance spell. Marcus's eyes go back to normal. Holy shit.
You okay, Mr. Marcus?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Master Bonkin. Just for reference, chew the eyeball before you swallow it. Holy shit. Okay, so lots of things. First of all, there's a gigantic fucking clockwork dragon down there. Marcus will open the network to everyone in the room. I'm gonna reach out and like touch Sill's big toe, and then just flash it in your guys' brain.
The thing that we don't actually know yet. Oh no, oh no. Ooh.
Oh, it's kind of cute. Its head is comically large.
I have immediate DM questions. What can I tell about the manufacture of this? Does it look like with Min? Does it look like it's more like, what the fuck is this? How is it made? Was it made well? Things like that.
These are all good questions. Give me an
Made
intelligence
by
check.
like GE or something? What's going on here?
Sears.
Sorry, I was trying to look at my infusions. One moment. Getting back to the main
We
sheet.
see Kira's signature on the thing.
This is fall 2023 model, though. It's not
This
even
is
the
a
newest.
Black Friday special. Back in fucking 1977 Sears home catalog.
Wish.com fucking dragon.
It looks
Let's
like one of
hope that
those
it's the
old Lego
tattoo
dragons
version.
you'd get.
Oh no, that was bad. That was so bad.
Yeah, 9's not great. So what I'll tell you is you can tell pretty much instantly that it is, like, you know, Min is more like person than machine. This is definitely more machine.
Yeah. I'm gonna pitch something at you that you absolutely can shoot down. Can I argue for, or pitch for advantage on this, because this is the thing I know better than literally anything else.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
Yay! Watch as I roll exactly the same or worse.
Don't be like me earlier. Watch, I'm gonna roll a
Yeah,
3.
I'll double
Hey,
it.
you doubled it, literally.
Nice.
Okay. So you're like, okay, that is definitely more machine than it is actual creature. Min is definitely like more creature than machine. As far as manufacturer is concerned, none of this is familiar to you. None of it. The only thing that you kind of see similarities with is the, I think it's an amulet that you have that allows you to choose 10.
Yep.
So that's kind of similar to that type of technology. But as far as who actually manufactured it, it actually kind of looks like it was a little bit piecemealed. As you're focusing on it, you're like, okay, this is like someone got parts from here, parts from there, and put them together.
Okay, so old version Min. Is this very much a magical thing, or is this more like the robot drones that we have at the house?
It seems a bit more like robots and drones. Like, you guys remember the Guardian that you somehow managed to completely avoid in the underground? In that,
Not somehow.
treasure.
Marcus and Kira talked the hell out of that.
Yeah, they did.
That
Rat
means,
people.
Yeah, the rat people too, fuck.
That means this could potentially be hacked.
You suspect that's a possibility.
Okay, so then that flashes through network, and Kira just stares at it mentally, and then just kind of sits back with a.
Since you're about to go into at least a short rest, if not a long rest, I want to make sure I set you on the correct path. What I will say is you're not seeing control panels or anything like the robots and that you've encountered. This is much more clockwork. There's magic involved, but there's still technology too. I don't want you to memorize improperly and be like, what the fuck, Candace?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I will anyway.
I'm sure you will,
Welcome to being an arty.
yeah.
Shoot in the dark and hope it hits.
I just didn't want you to like put your tablet on its chest and be like, do my bidding, and it's like, no, I'm going to eat you.
I mean, that's kind of what I did with this dragon.
That's
and it
true.
worked a little bit until it didn't.
Until it
Drink
didn't.
this poison. Now! Okay, a little bit.
Okay, fine.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Oops. Let's put the one that's helping us to sleep. And then that's not very well crafted. A little bit of magic, a lot of machinery, not a lot of grace to it.
That's a good thing.
Yes, but that also means it's likely to have a single task or series of tasks that it's dedicated to.
True.
That can be brutal.
Like murder.
Murder, defense.
By the way, that wasn't the only thing in the room we need to be careful of. Marcus will flash and show everybody him looking up in the sensor and seeing the portal 120 feet in the air against the ceiling. He's going to say out loud, when we go through, we all need to go through together, all of us. And I'm going to have to magically slow our fall, or we are going to be seriously fucked up when we show up. And that's fine. I have plenty of energy to do that. But just so we know, everyone has to go through together.
Well, I can fly and I can levitate some people. So if it lessens the burden, your burden, I can. help out
My
that.
incantation will take care of 5 of us. So that's myself,
Oh.
you 3, and excuse me, Min. Sil can fly and Zoopal can fly, so I should be able to take care of all of us. And it's nothing off my back.
This could be. This might be something we could limit its abilities with, but that would take a little bit of time to be able to do. Just looking at this image you've given.
Wait, say that again?
You
might be able to limit it?
I might, if it's mindless and has. It's a combination of crude technology and magic without any of the finesse that Min possesses. You can limit the magic and short circuit some of the technology. There's a good chance that you can, well, hurt it in terms of functionality.
Master Bonkin and I can keep this fucking thing busy, I'm sure, if you think you can get into its guts.
I don't
didn't
see any
check. I wonder if it's got a
portals or anything.
cloaca.
Oh, that's cool.
If it does, it
Holy
would
shit.
go
I didn't realize the whole
there.
ceiling was a fucking portal. Jesus Christ.
It's not. That just looked really cool.
It does look. That is horrifying. God, that's like the mouth of an elder god.
It
Or a
does.
demon.
Oh, either one. Yeah, really. Nostril.
I'm sorry, Mistress Kira. Do you think though that sorry, before we got into that, do you think we might be able, like, if Master Bonkin and I keep this shithead busy, if it seems like it's getting weird, that you can decommission it?
The problem is, I don't know entirely what machinery's powering that. It looks too old school to be entirely computerized. Maybe. I don't see panels. I would need to actually look at it to see.
Well, maybe we can buy you some time.
Well, some of this is also how we're able to prepare for this. So
Right.
I'll look through some of what I have. Tempest, if you're genuinely okay with your armor losing that, I'll see if I can put something together either for Bonkin or to help with this, depending on what I find when I look at my things I can infuse. Depending on what the
Marcus
night
suddenly
brings.
starts to, you hear like popping and cracking. And he starts to look down at himself and goes, "Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're itty bitty again.
Damn it. I was so much cooler when I was bigger."
No,
Dude.
not true.
Do
Oh.
you want my portion of Go Big?
No, of course not, Master Bonkin. We each took one that was fair and square. I am just fine the way I am. Thank you.
That's true. But I figured you enjoyed being big a bit longer.
Now, you should be bigger. Look at you. If you're bigger, that means that your reach is even further than mine is. So you should be the one to hold on to that.
Alright, I'll shave it for when we finally meet the Kenku.
Yes. And then smack every bone out of his stupid feathered fucking body. Excuse me. My apologies. Alright, so, nap time, yeah?
Is it nap or sleep?
Well, I call it a nap. I don't really need to sleep anymore. I just kind of need to meditate on the universe. But I'm gonna snuggle up against this busted piece of machinery and plug
Don't
my
forget to
helmet
take off
in.
your armor first.
Ah, fuck, you're right. Otherwise, I'll be in some... Marcus just strips down. He is not wearing his shirt. He is only wearing his sweatpants. And, yeah, he'll just take all of his armor off real quick. I'll just actually... I'll burn a side point, and you guys see the armor, like, glows pink, and then Iron Man's off into a perfect little pile.
I want to incite Kira when she says that.
Go ahead.
I think there's an insight necessary.
$16.
little of column A, a lot of Marcus B.
In that case, if Kira's looking, she gets like a small thumbs up from Bunkin.
No, she's not looking over there. She's very focused on making sure this armor is removed safely and successfully.
She's not paying attention to you at all.
Nope.
That's fair.
Holy shit, did your breath attack knock my nipple down a couple inches? Does this look cockeyed?
No, it looks fine,
Yeah.
Mr. Marcus.
I need to get that checked out, maybe by a doctor.
Why do you have 3 of them?
I'm sure
Kira's ears.
I'm sure Miss Kira will be more than willing to help.
Oh. I didn't realize you were studying medicine. Are you studying with Master Aegis?
I can
Me?
think of some new subjects I might study.
Good. You've a very large mind. It should be filled to the brim. Night night.
What are we talking about?
And Marcus just lays down.
It's a Marcus and Kira thing.
Chronosis turns to Tempest and he says, "Since day one, huh?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll deny it all day, but yeah, oh, yeah. Since it love at first.
This is still out loud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like 30 feet away from him.
He did want to fling me out a window the first couple of nights.
Marcus is already snoring.
I think
And
he's
he-
wanted to throw somebody out a window every day of his life.
He does enjoy going through windows.
He does. That's actually how our first couple runs happened.
He's the dragon's had a smile just creep across his face as you guys are talking, and he says, "Just cherish these moments." To Kira.
And who will say without thinking in complete and utter sincerity, I have never been happier.
And record. Sorry.
You don't know how to use your cell phone, you simpleton.
No, he doesn't do that. No, you're right.
Nokias don't have them anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get the powering on sound?
Yeah, true. It's probably just that. Anyway, Vulcan will turn to the dragon. Jokes aside. So, do you prefer being like the big dragon form? Because you said you can turn into a small Ush, I guess.
I could, but I do need the entirety of my power.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
That being said,
Should be rude to me.
No, ignorance isn't rude.
Fucking. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was talking shit off screen. You said that, and I just nonchalantly went fucking dickhead. I apologize.
I understood exactly what you said. It's like I heard fucking.
He spent enough time with us in real life, he knows. Ignorance isn't rude. And the desire for knowledge is not something anyone should ever scoff at. Continue to ask the questions.
What the reason I asked was because I have and he's gonna take out like his little pipe. I have a dish, and I know you've been through a lot, and it helps me calm down because I also don't have much family left either. I'm sure you saw through Mr. Marcus.
I understand some of the story. Your daughter, right? You're going back
Yeah,
to get your
she's-
daughter?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did you also lose your wife?
I don't have a wife. Well, in my town, I'm not very popular.
You're not.
No, a lot of bad stuff happened, and I ended up dragging me name through the mud.
That's an interesting way to word that. Bad things happened to you, or bad things happened because of you?
Mostly the second one, but a little bit of the first. How much Kira says it should be a column A, column B, or something like that. Mostly column B.
I understand, and you're no longer causing this trouble.
Oh, no. I had it literally beaten out of me.
And the child's mother is the reason.
No, I don't know who her parents are. She showed up in our town a long time ago, and I just started talking with her because she was just on the street, and one day she just asked if she could stay with me, and I adopted her because her parents just never came. I did try asking around, but no one, said anything.
I think it was wise of
This
you to
probably
take her in.
This sounds way worse just because it's Bonkin's charisma.
It was wise of you to take her in. What's up, Kira?
To say, I have an out of character thing to bring up before we go into the long rest.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about waking up from this long rest, going into this potentially major encounter thing. I'm not here next week, which would make this a little bit interesting. Because next week's my out of the country one. I leave on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up because of about to do a bunch of like preparations and stuff, and like, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I'll let you guys kind of decide what you want to do. I didn't know how I was pulling Kira out because I didn't know where you guys were going to be at yet, but...
Yeah, it was just... I looked at the time. I looked at the situation and went, oh shit, we need to have the out of character. Like, because there's zero chance I'll be on.
We could probably chat about this through the week, but yeah. I guess one of us can, if it comes down to it, making me drive Kira, but I don't know how Kira works.
Yeah,
that might get messy.
We can figure that part out. Worst case, okay, so the way that I see it, you guys have a few things going right now. You know, if you want to move forward with this, I can figure out the Kira thing. That's what I meant by you guys figuring it out. I'll figure out the technical side of shit, but
I mean, I'll say this right now. I have 56 pages of Google Notes for this campaign, and I, at this point, have nothing else on the docket except for what we're doing right now. So if somebody else does, that's not on my end. Nothing else has been said, and I take very detailed notes.
There's always the easy side quest option, since we do still have a pager, but that feels...
Yeah, no, I think...
It's cheap. We couldn't get it down here anyways because we're underground and we've already determined there's no
signal. Yeah. So, well, don't worry, we'll figure that out. And thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah, it was just as we're about to do all of our preparations, choose spells, items, stuff like that.
Right.
I'm going to, then I have a Kira thing as she takes a couple minutes and thanks. Bonkin, I could probably do one of two things for you tonight. I could give you the strength of a giant, smaller giant, probably hill giant, or I could make it so it's a little bit harder for you to be hit.
I think the second one will help a bit more because I already have these, and he's going to point to his gauntlets of ogre strength.
Okay, fine. Don't take the 21 strength.
Bonkin doesn't know the difference.
I can see those and see the difference? Question mark.
Yeah, I feel like you.
Items?
Yeah, I think you would know. Especially with traveling with him and everything.
Because the gauntlets are 19, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. These would be. My belt would be a little bit better than those in terms of the strength, but not significantly. Looks over to Marcus, who speaks melee.
He's sleeping.
He's asleep.
Still, go wake up Marcus. However you want.
Okay.
Suffocation.
Syl will, as soon as you say her name, she kind of like flitters up, and then you say, go wake up Marcus however you want. So she flies directly over and beelines for Marcus, and you think she's gonna like land straight on him or fly into his head, but she doesn't. She lands next to his head and gets right next to his ear and goes,
Ah, bleh. Joke's on you assholes, I don't sleep. I was faking the whole time. That's how I meditate. I'm just kidding, I actually still sleep. Syl, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, you were snoring, man. You were sawing lumber over there, man.
Does Syl really just make that noise? Did you just meep at me? You sound like these weird mushrooms that I knew about back in a land very, very, very long time.
She's your child.
Oh, that's probably where those memories came from. My sweet little meep. He tickles her chin. Right.
And now
Why the
Syl's
fuck was I
nickname
woken up
forever.
from my very good long rest?
Because the rest of us haven't started and we need your advice.
On what?
Miss Karen wants to give me a belt, apparently.
Okay, wear the belt.
I will have the resources to make one thing for Blanca
Oh.
tonight.
Okay.
There's a belt I can make that would be slightly better than the gauntlets he has, to give him the strength of a hill giant. Or I can give him something to help make him harder to hit, to help augment his natural reflexes. Well, not reflexes, but natural defenses. Plus 2 AC.
Yeah, Marcus glances at the bracers that he's got on. I'm familiar with those braces. You said the strength of a hill giant. Candace, do I know about how strong a hill giant is?
yeah.
I mean, how buff they typically are.
Yeah, because you are familiar with the potions, so I would think that you'd have an idea at the very least.
I would know that it's just a little bit stronger than what his bracers.
Yeah, because you are familiar with the braces because he's talked to you about them before. So.
Mistress Kira, what enchantment? What kind of protection do the braces give? Is it magical? Is it the equivalent of a shield? Is it more evasive protection?
It's because most of what I can do is good at augmenting armor. But I was working on something for someone who doesn't wear armor, and to be able to provide that same sort of benefit without needing armor at all.
Oh, so it just increases the reinforcement of pre-existing armor?
For if someone doesn't wear armor at all.
Master
Mechanically,
Bonkin.
bracers of defense, plus 2 AC.
Yeah. Master Bonkin, you should wear. Oh, you said braces of defense?
Yes.
And what was the hill giant thing? It was a belt?
It's a belt.
That
Well,
puts
my
Master
que-
Bonkin in a pickle because he's already got those braces which make him strong. But the belt
Or
would
I
be
can
the
break
strength.
down.
No.
Well, my
wear the
question is when it
braces.
comes to dragons. I mean, like when I was hit by that breath weapon, man, it just melted through my armor. Like, does that matter? Does like higher armor matter against these breath weapons?
It doesn't. But if that same dragon with one of us who fights closely decides it's going to claw us 4
Slash
times
at it,
and then
yeah.
bite the shit out of us, it would benefit. Here's the thing though, Master Bonkin already has braces that increase his physical prowess. If we give him the belt that increases his physical prowess, that means his physical prowess will be stronger, not by much, but stronger, and he'll have 2 things increasing his strength, only one of which will take effect. If he puts the braces on, he loses the strength completely and gains the benefit of protection. And that's what I fear creates a conundrum.
I could also make... It would be cloth, but I could make something like a cloak of protection, which is a little bit less augmentation to natural armor, but helps with the ability to ward off effects.
But that would be natural armor, correct? It would be the equivalent to wearing a strengthened hide, like a body hide. And I ask this because Master Bonkin, you are a master of the fists. If I'm not mistaken, your deftness only comes because you don't wear armor.
No, it would not. It's not armor. It's lighter than that. It's a cloak. It would be, like the cloaks of protection.
Understood. That would be the one I would choose. 100%.
Either that, or seeing
Keep
that
the crossbow,
dragon, I
fuck it.
immediately thought of something that could help specifically against the breath attacks of some dragons.
Of some dragons.
Yes.
Like
That's
what?
literally what the thing says in the description. And the breath weapons of some dragons.
What the fuck is it?
What is it?
It's a necklace of adaptation.
Oh, that's like endure elements, isn't it?
It's
Oh, sorry, I don't know that.
Absorb
Never mind. I'm just
element.
thinking, yeah, absorb elements, but I have that incantation, but I don't know what the hell she's talking
it's
about.
more when someone targets you when they try and cast a spell at you, or when gestures to our big dragon friend who's probably listening to this rambling very confused, when they breathe towards you and your body has that moment of trying to fight it off, it helps with that. Gives you
I know exactly what you're talking. Yes, so I can manifest an absorb elements incantation. The thing is that only works against acid, cold, fire, lightning, and thunder. It does not have impact against force, as we saw here from Master Time Dragon, because he blew the shit out of the right side of my body.
I can also cast absorb elements. That helps lessen it once it's already hit you. This is helping you fend it off initially.
Oh, like a resistance.
Yes.
Like a natural resistance.
Yes. Well, fucking gives you advantage on the saving throws against breath attacks. I'm like, how the fuck do you not meta that?
No, that's true. It's tough.
Or I could just
Marcus,
make it so necrotic damage doesn't, or necrotic attacks don't hurt as much. I could just do that, but that I think would have to be on armor.
Marcus, give me an intelligence check. You did a save. Does it make a difference?
It does not make
Okay.
sense. I'm not proficient. Not with a +4. At this level, I better not be proficient to have a +4.
So I just will bring your attention back to the image that you saw, because it kind of speaks to what you guys might need to protect against.
Hang on, I'm going back. Fire! Marcus will just, I guess, like I had that thought with the intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marcus will kind of stop for a moment then and be like, you know, now that I think about it, that thing that I saw down there that was moving around, I'll open the network real quick and just show everybody the image with it kind of moving around the heart. I think it's breathing fire. So the breath attack protection could be beneficial. I can absorb elements on myself. You can absorb elements on yourself. Am I understanding that correct, Mistress Kira?
If
we utilized very reactive energies for that.
Well, if I intended to do so, I could make sure that I could do that. It's really hard to be able to cast all of the spells all the time. I'd have to consciously prepare to be able to perform absorb elements.
Right. Okay.
But I can make resistant armor. That's not difficult at all. Tempest, I could make it so that you have a natural resistance to fire akin to what Marcus has naturally.
That's not a bad idea, just on the off chance you get caught in that breath attack, if it really comes down to it. I mean, I know you can fly. If not, I honestly think the other thing we should take is the resistance to the breath attack weapons in general, because if you can dodge out of the way of at least most of it, it might as well be a fucking resistance in itself.
Okay.
Or the cloak for Master Bonkin. I don't care how it goes, to be honest with
It's
you.
one of those two, and Kira's going to switch to Elven for a moment, and she's going to call Syl, and she's going to hold out her hand for Syl to land on, and she's going to speak to Syl for a moment and say, I'm going to put you back in your ruby for a little bit. I'll bring you back when this is done, but I'm going to need you to power down for a little bit, okay? And she's going to say that to Syl.
Okay.
It's to keep you safe, and when you come back, we will get you all of the bacon that you can fit in that tiny body that definitely doesn't have a stomach.
She seems excited at that.
Okay. My intention then is to do the resistance. Well, it's to look to Bonkin. Bonkin, would you rather have the cloak to help with your overall defenses, or would you rather have something specifically designed to help with encountering dragons?
I think if possible, I think the dragon's thing will help me a bit more, because I think I'm just going to get hit anyway, because people can hit Marcus, so I think I'll just get hit just the same.
Barely.
Barely. Okay, I can do that then. Now I have a plan. When we wake up in the morning, all of you are going to need to spend a little bit of time getting to know these items, though. Also, and she seems considerably less excited than she was when she spoke to Marcus, Tempest, I'm going to need your armor. Or I'm going to need you to take off your armor.
Oh yeah, that's fine. And he'll just kind of unbutton his I guess it's vest.
Does he do it really slow and awkward?
No. He's not gonna be weird about it. Mostly. Yeah,
Not
he'll hand it
weird.
over. Any more weird? I mean, do you have to like completely deconstruct this, or just like kind of turn it off? I don't know how this works. As he hands it over.
For the enchantment that's currently on it, I'm going to rework that enchantment. Rather than helping you with concentration, it will give you a natural resistance to fire.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, simple enough, but you will, however, need to reattune to it, because I am going to be rebuilding that enchantment.
Oh, I need to attune to it. Okay.
Oh, you didn't have to for the other one. Are you able to?
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel bad. I haven't ever used Aegis's shooting stars amulet, so I mean, yeah, I can swap that out for some fire resistance. Absolutely.
And after this, we can rebuild things as needed.
I guess does anybody want this amulet for now? The amulet of shooting stars, colloquially known as Ring of Shooting Stars.
Is that like a gun? Because I shouldn't have that.
No. Here, let me share it to the group.
I am pretty sure I could take another item into my soul, I think. As when I sleep tonight, I'm going to be able to attune to another item.
If anybody, by the way, Marcus will pull the shield off of his back, the temporal shield, and lay it down. If anybody feels like this could benefit them more, my body regenerates now, unless I'm hurt by very specific things. Would this? Does anybody feel like they might be able to get more use out of this? He kind of glances at Bonkin. Does your liver look good now? Sorry, I said that in the accent. Does your liver look good now?
Yeah, I'm
It's
full
on
health.
the inside.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know how to use that thing. So.
Oh, Master Bonkin, you probably keep. Master Bonkin, you know how to use a shield? You probably can't.
So it's weird because I'm pretty sure barbarian lets me use a shield, so I have proficiency.
Right.
Yeah, I think so long as you're not
Yeah.
wearing armor.
Mm-hmm.
Master Bonkin, is
Let
your
me
mind
just check
capable?
Oh no! See, I have an armored defense while not wearing armor and not using a shield.
Ah, understood. Well, you
Sadly,
wouldn't.
no
you-
shields make it a
you-
bit difficult. I tried.
You technically wouldn't be. Okay, understood. Can I go to sleep now?
Yeah, Bonkin, Chronosis actually, like when you're done talking to, about all that stuff, he looks over to you kind of suddenly and he says, "And who's the boy?"
What boy?
The boy?
But oh, you mean Ruben? Yeah, he's I guess something I have to help with. He's a farm boy that I tried to help out a bit, but now he's in the fight pitch. We have to go get him.
He's
Not allowed
Hopefully,
to
I can talk
speak
him
with
out of it. Preferably,
Oh.
yeah.
I'll fight him.
I'm kind of hoping I talk to him out of it before that, or maybe Mr. Tempest can help me because he's much better with words.
I mean,
Sure.
I sometimes am better with words. I'm mostly better with the music.
Well, what did it take to get you out of doing things like that, Bonkin? I believe you said it was a solid ass whooping.
It was a beat down, yeah, from me mentor. If it does come to that, I do hope I get to be the one to do it.
Seems fitting. Do you fear for this boy this time?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like if I don't put an end to it, he might end up like I was, dragging his name through the mud.
Understood. He looks around at the whole group. Knowing what's below, and knowing that there's a young life depending on at least this one, and he motions toward Bonkin. Do you wish to do this now? And potentially risk not being able to save the boy if something happens down below?
Well, that's
There's always
3
a
days
risk.
from now.
Well, it is going to take me a little bit of time to make some of this. That is something to keep in mind.
I'm also concerned about leaving you here and having TW come back.
Was that towards our big dragon friend? Right, Tempest.
Yes, that was to the dragon. Yeah.
I have a weird idea. Why don't I can stay here, work on these things
No,
with Min and Sil.
no, I don't think you should stay here. Because what if TW does show up?
Then I get a message out.
Would you be able to send my son?
Bring him here?
Here?
Yes.
I don't see why not. Right?
Possible. I mean, you're free now, right? Technically?
Correct.
Like, you're of your own mind?
Yes.
We can't get him far from his heart, though.
Correct. I can't leave here. But if you want to tend to this business, and I can sense, and this one again motions to Bonkin because I don't think Bonkin's introduced himself yet. More of an urgency.
Sorry, my name's Bonkin, by the way. I'm sorry for being rude.
Bonkin. If I can sense more of an urgency than he's letting on, because he feels that doing this is what's right. I've been here for hundreds of years. I have a better chance now than I did at any point, and in those hundreds of years, I saw Tiberax a handful of times.
If we decide to do that, I think I'd want to peer into your mind one more time and just make sure there's no tethers between you and TW to ensure that that's a sound plan, if that's all right by you.
After the discussion we had earlier, you may peer into my mind as many times as you need.
Oh, okay. Marcus will hop down half naked and strut across the field.
Here is no longer focusing on her design.
I will. I'll put my hand on his wing, I guess, since I'm little now, and I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
And I'm going to probe as deep as I can get and just search for any tether of TW lurking in the background.
Yeah, so when you do this, like, out in the real world, I guess, when you're not in a demiplane, you're usually able to kind of figure it out right away, or if there's magic blocking you, you can tell that too. It seems as though there's no out or in, like, it's a wall instead of a door. So you don't sense any connection at all.
All right. Marcus, who is kind of glowing at the moment, will take his hand off and go, okay, I don't sense anything. I don't see or hear anything that would lead me to believe that TW has a bead on Master Chronosis here. So, Master Bonk, and if this is something you'd like to pursue before then, we can go and have a few days of respite before we go to the underground and maybe just do the underground thing while Mistress Kira performs her inventionism. I don't know what to call your magic. I'm so
Crafting?
sorry. Crafting. There we go. Yes, crafting. Your crafting. Her crafting.
Yeah, that would be appreciated a lot. I didn't want to interrupt or something, but it is something I'd like to get done.
Okay, well, if everyone else is okay with that, then we can pursue that avenue and come back here. Maybe we go to Master Kether and send him down here. If he can polymorph himself into something small enough to weasel his way through the temple to get here, then I'm okay with that if you all are.
I think that would be good for these two to meet up.
I was going to say that as well. It would be nice to get a little bit of time with him prior to everything anyway. And I greatly
Glad you can
appreciate
get your
it.
time.
Okay, well then let's do that. Master Kether is just down the road, really. We can make that happen. We can stop there, tell him to come here, and how to get down if he cannot polymorph himself. I think Master Tempest, you can maybe assist in that if he's willing.
Well, not today, but
right. But we have a few days still.
Yes. Yeah. If it comes down to if we rest, and then I can potentially polymorph him if he needs help with that. But yes, we can do that.
I believe it is
Or I can
more...
have him drink some gaseous form potion, and he can just kind of fart through doors.
And that's much cooler and a little grosser, but yeah.
Gross.
I will say that it seems to be more fate than irony that the place you chose for him to reform is so close to where I have been held captive, and you didn't know.
That's fair. To be fair, it wasn't really a choice. That's just kind of where we found him, so... Well, in another plane of existence.
Pocket plane, yeah.
To be
But,
fair,
you know,
we did
I'm
ask
very
if he
much-
wanted to come with, but he chose to stay there.
More than likely the time anomalies kept him away.
Oh, no, I meant, like, stay with us when we first rescued him.
Oh, understood.
But yeah, the time anomalies did not stop him from coming here.
Do we know if those time anomalies had stopped now that we broken everything here? I wonder. He's just kind of saying it out loud. Like Temp is just wondering if like by breaking almost everything in this temple and in this room that like maybe those time anomalies have stopped.
Yeah,
But
Marcus will speak up. He goes, actually, yes. When I went back to the surface to retrieve Min, nothing is funky up
You
there.
feel
There's
any
no rubber
no
banding,
rubber banding?
nothing.
Okay.
It's all void now. Nothing.
Yeah, I think that was really what was keeping him from getting close to this place was the strange rubber banding he was seeing from all the little critters running around. So now that that's gone, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to come here.
We can begin our discussions on how to restore his mother as well.
That's good. And again, if we can assist in that, we have access to people, holy people, who are capable of, through the gods, bringing an entity back. And I have a lot of money that can pay for that if need be.
He nods. I truly appreciate everything that you are doing and that you have done already for my family. I will repay the favor.
That's not necessary.
Oh no, well no, we'll take a heart, maybe the original.
A heart or a portal.
I mean, yeah, or a portal back in time. Yeah.
Right.
But
Oh, and speaking of that, Min, and she's gonna call over Min and remove the ring. And say, we'll get you something that suits you a little better, girl. And pull off the ring of Revivify, which is kind of funny that it's on the metal construct. And this, if you can wear this and attune yourself to it, should help your heart regrow. It will take some time because it is such an organ of significance, but this should help. The ring of.
Yeah, we knew what you meant, but he was just saying it so that way next week I'll be like, okay, I know. Okay, yeah, so he's able to just barely like get it onto the end of his claw because he's so large. But he puts it on and he like gives a nod and says, "See, we needed time anyway."
Funny how that seems to happen. I'm going to remove this from my inventory.
Okay, thank you.
Because I am not going to be asking the dragon for the magic item back.
As he puts the ring on his claw, one thing that I will say is that you guys would see the scales on that arm, I guess, hand, claw, whatever. They take they start to look a little bit more solid, and the edges of them almost take on like a crystalline look at first, and then they start to go back to normal gold.
Well, that's probably a good sign. It could take a couple of days or nearly a week, depending on how much the ring is trying to help you repair, how difficult it finds it.
He nods.
The heart of a time dragon probably will take a little bit of extra time to get that fully.
Or less, because we're not trying to go from magic to organic. It's simply magic.
Time passes differently here as well.
Indeed. All right. Well.
Do you think we can go home before we sleep then?
Yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll stop by Master Kether, inform him of the outcome of this encounter, and send him this direction if he can, and then we'll go home, we'll rest, allow you to do your creation work, and myself, Master Bonkin, and Master Tempest will, if it requires more time, head down into the underground and deal with that situation.
That'll solve the necklace issue, because we won't be bringing it downstairs. That will help.
Kronos
Tempest,
is.
you...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. Well, Kira says, Tempest, you should probably put your armor back on as she scoops up Marcus's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh. Okay. No, it's fine. I'm faster without it, so.
We're just going to the car.
Want to have a
You'll be fine.
race, Mr. Marcus?
Oh, fuck yeah, I'll race you any day. You want to go?
Chronosis.
Let's do it.
Chronosis looks at Bonkin first and he says, "Remember the lessons you were taught when you were in the same position as this boy when you encounter him."
I will, thank you.
Okay, now run.
Mark
Alright,
starts
and then
sprinting.
Mark, you get the signal. Bonkin starts sprinting too.
Money's on Bonkin.
I do have 55 feet per sprint.
If Marcus had come anywhere near me, I was going to buff him, but no. Oh, same. But I'm okay with this. I'm just gonna turn, and before we end up like calling it and stuff, are you okay, Tempest?
With what?
All of this? I don't think anyone's actually stopped and asked you if you're okay.
Guess so. I don't know. I guess I never really much stopped to think about it. I haven't had much time. It's all been such a whirlwind.
Make sure you do at some point. Take a couple of days with Gale and don't try and save the world or even your world. Just take a couple days. The people that mean the most to you.
I definitely will. I don't plan on leaving her.
You better not. She's a wild mage. That is
Oh,
that is not.
She,
what we
she
want
wouldn't.
for.
She wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me.
Well, just good luck. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And I guess, are you okay?
I am now. I think.
Min kind of presses against your leg in that supportive way that she does when your sister's around.
And looks down and says, "Yeah, I'm okay."
Good. We're all gonna be okay. Ben's okay. Zubal's okay. Kronos is
Wasn't
okay.
day one though.
What?
It wasn't day one though.
Well, okay. Day 2. The minute you got that cloak from him.
Do you know that was an insult? I've read someone give me a gift
Sometimes-
before.
Sometimes flirting looks like insult. Just saying.
Maybe it was his day one then. And she just kind of seems a little just content little smile at that. She's still absolutely wearing like the earrings that he got her, and like she's fully decked out in Marcus gifts.
Yep.
She also has the Bonkin necklace though too, but you know.
So as we
And
get
yeah,
back, go ahead.
Nope, wasn't important.
I was just gonna say, as we get back to the surface, just for next week, in case Candace reviews this, Marcus is actually ahead of Bonkin for the first like half mile, and then all of my energy fucking wears out, and Bonkin easily overtakes Marcus by like 30 feet. And the entire time, Marcus's skin under the sun is burning and crackling and peeling off of him.
Shit, because you ran without the armor.
And he's just like screaming and sprinting for the fucking car to get into it. He does get into it before he dies, but he's pretty flaky by the end of it.
You get when you get in, Zachary's like, "What the fuck were you guys doing down there?"
Marcus like turns to him with half of his jaw melted off, and in his chest you can see like down to the bone and maybe even part of his heart beating, and he's just like, "Do we have better tint in this place? Oh shit."
Where's your armor?
Mistress Kira has it. We were gonna sleep, but then we decided not to, and she picked it up, but not Master Bonkins. How the fuck you're fast? Oh shit.
Okay, I'd like to think that as he passed him, because he's obviously watched the Avengers films with the Golden Commander, he absolutely goes on your lap.
And on that note,
done movie nights. We might have all had an Avengers movie night too.
oh, you definitely did. You definitely did.
Absolutely.
Definitely watched plenty of vampire movies, I'm sure.
Yep. Dawn of the Dead. Yep.
Blade.
The rest of the
Blade.
party tried the worst ones we could possibly do, and then spent like the following week teasing Marcus with it, putting garlic everywhere.
We watched Twilight.
Alright, we're gonna find somebody to raid.
Why am I not sparkly?
Why don't you
Master Aegis, what are
sparkle
you
in the sun?
We get
Who
Marcus
put-
a Team Jacob shirt.
Sil puts glitter in all of the body wash. Try to fix Marcus.
Damn it, I should have been a werewolf.
Okay, on that note, we're gonna find someone to raid in the stream. Alright, let's see here.
I have enough hair for both of us.
We'll go to whiskey.
Have fun
Sorry
on
to
your
mess
trip,
with the
Cat.
plans. Yeah.
No, we had-
It'll be good.
I've been trying to get you guys to do this thing for a while, and then I finally threw it into the underground thing, and then I was like, oh shit, they're doing the dragon thing. And then I'm like, oh, they're really doing the dragon thing. Alright guys,
Yeah, I
we're gonna
was
go
looking
ahead
at, like,
and
oh
raid
shit,
Whiskey
we're doing the
Sin. Thank you
dragon
guys
thing.
for hanging
Oh,
out
no.
tonight. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back on Tuesday for Crochet and Chill.
Yeah,
And I
I've
hope
never
everybody
left
has
the
a
country,
good couple
even though
days
this
till I
is
see you then.
technically barely leaving the country, but I've never been on a full-length vacation like this, never left the country.
Bye.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it'll
Sounds
be fun.
awesome.
Yeah, we've been out of country a few times, and it's a good time. This country is weird.
To say the
Yes.
least.
My boss, I did the like, hey, do you want me to like bring anything for in case there's a 911? He was like, no, absolutely not.